We are live.
Hey Rana, we just started the podcast. How's it going? We have our first audience member. Where are you watching us from, Rana? I think they just left.
They scared
Well,
him away.
yeah. Fuck you, Rana. No, but sorry. But yeah. Welcome to the HLL podcast show. We are live right now. This is a podcast about conspiracies, video games, news, and whatever else we want to talk about. Okay, so we have our co-host for tonight, E. Ganja.
Yeah, what's up, everybody?
Our second co-host for tonight, we have Wimpy.
What's up, everybody?
And I, your third co-host, Machine Gun T. Welcome. So yeah,
Gotta
so
ask
we
where you found my name from, homie.
I found it. That's what the ladies call me. But anyway.
Ladies. All right.
anyway.
Machine gun buns.
But yeah. So what we were discussing? You were discussing what was the
Tarkov,
game
we
called?
were
Escape
talking
from Tarkov. Yeah, that that was the best way you can. How would you describe this game? By the way, but this is like the hottest new PC game that's about to come to Xbox.
Right
and
now, it's one of
PlayStation.
by far, it's one of like the biggest PC games right now.
Okay.
Obviously, there's obviously like the normal esports-based games that are really big, Counter-Strike, Dota, League of Legends, that kind of stuff. They hold their own, but like Tarkov's got like the community when this game first came out was just kind of meh, and somebody came out with a video just recently, and the guy's actually called Uncle Sam. That's the video I sent you guys earlier. The video was called Two Types of Players of Tarkov, and I think ever since that video came out, the game's just kind of exploded. Between him, like the different streamers that are playing it, Shroud, Summit.
Hey, Tommy G Radio Show. Welcome to the podcast. But
Yeah,
go
what's
ahead.
up?
But yeah, between those like big streamers playing that game, man, I think it's just absolutely, it's blowing up right now, man. Like
Really?
the game is, and the game's got so much. It's like so many different things. Like you can go in and absolutely have no purpose on looting, and you can just go in and just blow everybody away, And
So-
the big thing about that gun is,
Mhm.
it's like you know how like in like Call of Duty, any gun works, right?
Right.
In this game, any gun works. It depends on the ammo that you bring. So there's like there's a
They
whole.
said someone told me there's like 300 different types of ammo or hundreds of different types
absolutely,
of
yeah.
ammunition.
Somebody
I'm
made a.
trying
somebody,
to understand is just right quick. Is not like a battle royale game. It's not a battle royale. Okay.
So the thing about the game is this: every single gun has different ammo types. So there might be
Okay.
there might be an ammo type that'll cost you 30 rubles per shot, and that might do absolutely no damage.
Okay.
Or like some like really cheap like shotgun shells that might do absolutely nothing. Now those bullets will do absolutely great damage to somebody who's wearing no armor or no helmet or whatever, and you'll blow them away. But when you go up to somebody who's fully kitted and they're there to kill, you might put 20 shots in them, but you might only do like 16.
How do you
damage.
get money in this? I'm trying to understand how you get money in this game.
Okay, so there's a trader setting. So there's I think it's 8. I think there's 8 traders. There's AI traders. So there's I'm not gonna name them all off, but like one does guns, one does medical items, one does like parts for your guns, one does body armor and helmets, one does like a mix of everything, like all that kind of stuff. So what happens is you can sell your stuff to them, or once you hit level 5, you can sell things to the flea market. Now the flea market is basically like an auction block.
Okay.
You put the thing up for whatever price you want, but obviously if there's 45 of a frag grenade on the board for 30,000 rubles, and you're trying to sell yours for 50,000 rubles, there's a good chance yours is never going to sell.
Okay.
So like there's a market on the game that is competitive prices all the time. So
hang on. So you can make the price.
Yeah, but you can make the price whatever you want. But like I said, if someone's
shit.
selling it for 30,000 and you're trying to sell it for 50,000, you're probably not going to sell it.
It's like an auction house.
Yeah, basically. And the thing is this: like there's loot in that game. Like I was telling E earlier, a graphics card in the game, for example. So a graphics card's a computer part. A graphics card in that game's like 300K. If you find 2 of them, bro, you just made 600K rubles real quick, and you can sell that stuff for like 280K rubles, and you'll have that stuff sold almost immediately.
Oh, so you can even sell virtual parts, virtual.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like the game has so they call it junk. There's a lot of stuff in there that absolutely has no use, but it's worth money. So you might find right. Like a horse statue. It's like it's a 2-slot horse statue, maybe like big enough to fit in your hand. And that's worth 10K just by itself. But like I was saying though,
Your mic
big
sounds a
thing
lot better, by the way. It sounds way better now.
Yeah. But the big thing about the game is like I said, you could have a pistol and you could beat somebody who has like a full out like automatic AK if you have better ammo than them. If you have like basic armor and they have like just pea shooter ammo basically compared to yours, you're gonna win 100 times out of 100.
Well, you know,
I think Shroud himself said.
mhm.
Shroud himself said, you might cringe when you see that 200,000 ruble price tag when you buy like 4 mags worth of ammo, but like you're killing people. Like you're not, you're gonna hit somebody 3 times and kill them versus 15, 20 some bullets where you've already been. Like I can't count the number of times that I've died in that game, where I've shot somebody 15 times and the armor that they're wearing will probably eat like 12 of those rounds, and I won't have like any.
How many different armors do they have?
There's too many to count. I wouldn't know the number offhand.
Really? So it's not like level 1, 2, 3. It's
there's tier levels to it. So there's tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4, tier 5, tier 6.
Okay.
But like there's different armors in each category. Like there's ones that cover your arms. There's one that don't cover your arms. There's ones that cover like your gonads, where other ones don't.
I was just about to mention the dick. You gotta protect the dick.
But there's different like so the way the game works is each of your body parts has a specific amount of health. So your head has 35 health, your chest has 35 health, your legs and your arms have 65, and I think that's it really. But if your head and your chest
has some health.
Yeah, so if your head or your chest black out, like when I say when it means blacked out means like it's 0. There's nothing left. If it blacks out your chest or your head, you're dead. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if somebody hit you 15 times or twice. If that part gets blacked out, you're dead.
So what I was told was that this game was extremely realistic. Like if you got shot in a certain place in your thigh or your leg, it could hit a bone. If a bone gets hit, you got bandaged up or you can't move or something. Was that
you'll limp?
Correct.
So if you get shot in the leg, say somebody blacks out your leg, for example. All right. So what it will say is, so if there's 2 things that happen. So one, if you black out your leg, that means your leg is so messed up that you need surgery on your leg. So you have to get a surgery. You have to get like it's called a survival kit, but really you're just doing surgery on yourself to get the bullet out. And then you do surgery on yourself to get the bullet out. That'll bring you back to 1 health on your leg, and then you got to heal it the rest of the way with another medical item.
So every one of your body parts has like a health. It reminds me of Fallout.
Yeah, basically.
A little bit. It's so complicated.
And if your arms are broken, your aim's shaky. If your head if you get trauma to your head, like something bangs off your head really hard, your vision gets all blurry and whatnot. If your stomach gets blacked out, your food and water go down really fast. And honestly, that's the worst one in my opinion. If you get your stomach blacked out, you pretty much you better have like 10 things of food on you, otherwise you're dead before you're
so you have to eat in this game too.
Only if you you rarely have to eat unless you get into a lot of fights.
So wait, so if you get shot in the stomach, you got to eat to make that better.
You don't eat to make it better. You eat to keep yourself alive or keep yourself from passing out.
Okay.
Because basically,
that sounds like a good weight loss program.
Yeah, right.
But
the concept behind if you're like if you're trying to run across the entire map, so like each map is timed. So like most of the time you get like 45 minutes, 35 minutes. Like you have X amount of time to go in, get loot, and extract out. And whatever happens in between, you either kill somebody or don't. You'll get that those challenges for it, or not challenge. I mean, you'll get the the different like XPs and different loot from people and whatnot. But if you spend all 45 minutes in that server, at some point you're probably gonna have to eat
Okay.
and drink. But usually, what happens is you'll kill an AI scav, what they call them,
Okay.
and they tend to have food on them, or you'll find food in like one of the looting places.
So
Um,
I'm trying to understand different roles in this game. So you could be a scav, which is just you just take
yeah.
everybody's
So
shit, or you could
if you're a
be
yeah, so if you're a PMC, all right. So there's PMC and there's scav.
okay.
PMC is so when you're a PMC, you have your own stash, and your stash is where you store all your bigger loot that you keep after a raid. So you get out of a raid, you put all your stuff in your stash, and then you go into the next raid with whatever you want. So as a PMC, you can go in with whatever loot you want. You can go in with the backpack, you can go with armor, you can go in with a sniper rifle, a machine gun, a pistol, whatever you want. Doesn't matter. Whereas if you go in with a scav run, a scav run can spawn you. I was telling you this. You can spawn in with anything. It doesn't matter if it's
Was it random?
they might give you a backpack. Like I was saying earlier, they might give you uh, the best gun in the world, but you have no backpack, no armor, no helmet. Or they might give you the worst gun and give you literally everything. Or you might get
Okay.
the best of both worlds. You might get the best gun, the best backpack, the best. I've spawned in, and I've spawned in as a scab before, and
Uh-huh.
I already had 100. I already had 150k of just worth of rubles, like the gun, like a key card to like a laboratory. That's 150k. Like you might spawn in with that kind of stuff. It's just
So
random.
being a scav, you say it pays off to be good on your feet, or like be
Uh,
able to adjust to the
Basic,
situation.
yeah, because you might, like I
Uh,
said, you might spawn in with a gun that has the worst ammo in the game, and you might just be like, well, that's a waste of time. Might as well just go kill everybody I can and see if I can die. Or, you might spawn with the best thing in the world. You might be like, well, I need to get out of this server right now because this is worth more than my whole inventory, and try to get out.
right.
The main concept is to make rubles. But the other thing is like, so your stash is a limited stash. I think mine right now is I think it's 10 spaces wide by 18 spaces down. I think's the thing I have, whatever. And in theory, that's not a lot, but like a gun might take 2x4. Certain sniper rifles are only like 1x5, 1x4, that kind of stuff like that.
So it's
Uh,
like the suitcase or like the storage system in Resident Evil. You gotta like put it in the right spot or space.
yeah, I'm at, you
That's funny.
have you played DayZ before?
No, I have not. I mean, I know he has,
Yeah, but you
so
know
he
how
can
like
more chime in on that.
well, in DayZ they have like a backpack, so the backpack might be like a 10x4. It might have 10 slots
Uh-huh.
down, or 4x10. It might have 4 slots across, 10
Eric,
down
this
per se.
sound familiar
I've not really.
with the
You know
backpack?
how
The
you know how the
backpack
backpack.
in DayZ has a lot more slots. I feel like it depends
No,
on
no,
the
well,
size,
yeah,
though.
but what
Okay.
I'm saying is
The
like you know
shirts
how the
have
back.
weights and stuff. Like you can
Yeah,
only
but
carry. Oh, okay. Then
what
yeah,
what
it
I'm
sounds
saying is
exactly the
yeah.
same.
So like if the shirt has 4 slots, for example, and you have a gun that is 2 slots wide, or something that's 2 slots wide, you have to have that room for it in your inventory. But
Yeah,
what,
it
what they
sounds
do
the
to
same.
what they do to complement that is they have weapon cases, ammo cases, mag cases, whatever else, like different things that hold things. There's things that hold your keys. There's things that hold your money. There's like everything that you have in that game has a physical item for it, and that physical item has to be stored somewhere, which
Even
is
my
your
condom.
stash. Yeah,
Uh,
my Magnum condom.
for my Magnum Dong.
Dong. Yeah, exactly.
So what's the best way to get the rubles? By the way, one time for the rubles,
Fun time.
one time for making them rubles. So how you make it rain? How you make it rain with rubles in this game?
I mean, you just gotta be smart. Uh,
Okay.
in that video I sent you guys, the guy talks about you can be a rat was what he calls it. So it's gonna be forever known. I'm
Premier
almost
Pete.
guaranteeing this. It's gonna be forever known that there's 2 types of players in Tarkov, and that's what the video is based off. And
Mhm.
every single person is for. I guarantee every single person is gonna forever call people either chads or rats. And the
That's
way
a
the way that
wide
he just
gap.
yeah the way that he describes chads is a chad is a person who he hears a gunfight and he's jealous. He's jealous that he's not a part of that gunfight and he runs towards it. Whereas a rat
Big
a
parties.
rat might a rat might go into a
Okay.
server and he might avoid it. You might not see him the whole time he's playing because he's hiding the whole
How?
time.
That'd be like
Like
me
it's
sneaking
no,
around and
you
shit.
playing PUBG with you engaged just went right into the action every time. So I don't know about that.
That's a
But like,
different game than that, though.
but
Sounds
there's
like.
different.
That's what I'm trying to understand. Is it the last man stand? There's like 7 different maps on this game. I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't know how that happened. Okay,
but
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 is it? Does it
there's
come down to the last man? Like, how do you escape from this shit? Is it like you
there's
die? That's
extraction
it. You're
point. No,
fucked.
there's extraction points. So,
Okay.
so the one map is called Shoreline, for example. All right. So there
Okay.
is different locations across the map that you have to go to, and as soon as you get in that zone, it gives you like an 8-second timer, and then you extract out after the 8 seconds is over.
Okay.
There are certain extractions that require certain things. So like, there might be an extract. There's like, for example, on Shoreline again, there's an extraction called Rock Passage, but Rock Passage you can't extract without it being active, and it's not always active. So occasionally, the if it's not active and you just sit there, you're gonna sit there and waste your time because it's not gonna be active. You're not gonna be able to get out. Other
When
ones
the
might
fuck does it
require
become
you.
active?
It just depends on the server you're in. It might not be active when you get in
So
there,
it's
and it might never.
random.
Yeah, it's random when you go in. Every single time you join into a new server.
I don't really have to
Um,
play this shit, to
yeah,
really
it's a bit complicated, but
grasp it. It's
once you
just
figure it
it's a
out, it's
new
super easy.
concept. It's a new
Yeah,
idea, and I love
exactly.
that.
And it's really good, man. I mean, a lot of the thing that the only issue I have with the game is this: is you walk into a server. It doesn't matter what level anybody is. You can walk in with somebody who's level 56, and you can be level 2 for Pete's sake. And this guy will be camping up somewhere high where you can't even see him with a thermal on a sniper rifle that's gonna absolutely erase your life in 2 seconds. He might have 500,000 just in his gun, just to erase people with a thermal scope, like, and you'll never see this guy. Whereas other games, you might like we had a game the other night where we were trying to be the quote unquote Chad of the game. We never saw anybody the whole game. We were
How
literally
many
going to.
people can you go into this game with, like as a
I think
team? Like
it's
4, the regular 4 people, or
um
what?
I think it's 5. I think 5 max maybe.
Hey, Josh Tycho. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Welcome to the podcast. Drop any
What's up?
topics. Show some love. We're happy to have you. Okay. But you
But
were saying so. I know my
but
one friend. He was bitching. He was like, I'm terrified to go in this game by myself. Could you get shot at any point? We're talking about
yeah.
Escape from Tarkov right now. We're going to get into news and everything afterwards. Ja Tico.
But
But
yeah, I
yeah.
mean, like it's got that, like, if you're not, you basically have to freaking uh you gotta play smart. Otherwise, like, if you're
Uh-huh.
running out in the middle,
Can't be a
so for
dumbass.
example, for like example again on Shoreline, there's a road that runs down the whole south side of the map. If you're just running out in the middle of the road, there's a good chance you're gonna get shot. Like,
Right.
whereas
Just like
at
in
the
Modern
same,
Warfare 1.
yeah,
Well, I
it's
mean, the reboot shit.
oh yeah. But it's just anything that you're doing. It just you gotta be smart about it. Otherwise, you're just gonna waste your time, and then you're gonna be, I don't know, you're just gonna die almost. Like, the biggest thing is this: if you can't, in theory, like, yeah, you can run out of rubles and stuff like that, and like have no money, but you can always just reset your account. And if you
Okay.
reset your account, then you start right back from the fret. Like, every single player at the very beginning,
What advantage
starts
you
like
get from restarting your account?
nothing. It just gets you back to where the starting point. You might have a bad start to your game, and you might lose all your money off the bat somehow.
Okay.
Say like you invest, like, because you spawn with 300,000 rubles off the bat. Like, that's how you start in the game. Um, if that's what happens to you, I mean, like, and if you say you put 250K into a gun, and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go in this lobby, I'm gonna kill 15 people, I'm gonna walk out with the greatest loot, and you get in the lobby for 3 seconds and get shot by somebody who's got a pistol and kills you.
Mhm.
You only have 50K rubles left, and you got like pretty much crap loot the whole way through, and
Okay.
then you're basically fighting for quote unquote survival at that point. You're trying to get yourself back into the game and whatnot.
Okay.
They give you that option, so, like, oh my god, I'm out of rubles completely. I can't play anymore. Well, now you can keep playing. You just gotta reset your account. The only problem with that is you lose your level, you lose anything that you had that was worth anything. So, but yeah.
I would really have to play it. Like, it seems pretty badass, and I tried watching like Dr. Disrespected them play it and everything, and my mind just kept saying it was like battle royale, but it's not. It's something
No, it's
different,
not
you know?
it's not a battle royale in any way, shape, or form. You're not trying to fight to the last one alive. Now
Right.
there, so it's not that it's a battle royale, but the one map called Factory, I play it like a battle royale, and that means I play like a complete baby the whole time, and I won't move until there's like 13 seconds left to extract. Because what happens is other people do the exact same thing on that map, and they always camp the extractions out. So getting out of that map
Right.
is pretty near impossible because everybody's always camping the extractions. Because most maps only have like 3 or 4 extractions, so there tends to be people who will camp those spots. So like
Right.
you'll get in the extraction zone. Oh, I'm getting shot while I'm extracting. Like it hasn't happened to me yet. Knock on wood. But occasionally people will do it.
Okay. Okay. Oh, no,
But it's not a battle royale. Like you're not trying to live to the end. You're just trying to get out with what like you're trying to like what the title says. You're trying to escape from Tarkov. You're trying to get out of the map
Right.
that you're in. But at the same time, like if you don't go in and make it a gain, then there's no point. Like you have to go in, loot for stuff, find guns, sell guns, make your money's worth. Try to find a key. Certain keys open up certain doors. Those doors lead to better things. There's just rooms and like there's a room today that I went into that I was the last person in a server today. I could just tell because
Right.
there's no shooting going on for about 20 minutes. I walked into a building that should have been looted, and I walked into this random room and I walked out with 300k because the guy left what they call like an intelligence, whatever it is. Like I walked out with that and some other stuff, and like the guy, whoever was in that server never looted it because the whole server was afraid to go there or something.
They were a bunch of bitches.
Basically.
But yeah. Let me see what else I got. Any more points on Escape from Tarkov?
One more thing, and I'll give you a
What's
hint.
up?
So somebody made an Excel sheet labeling all the ammo types.
Mhm.
So minus like 50, minus about 50 slides worth of information because they put like a gap there. There's basically I guarantee there's probably at least 180 different ammo types in here in this game.
Yeah, I didn't even know there were that many ammo types in. I mean, well, I figured kind of in real life there's that many ammo types, but it still blows my mind that there's.
Basically,
Are they all
they
real
give you-
ammo types, or they just make them the
all
fuck
real.
up?
So there's
wow.
12 gauge. There's 12 gauge buckshot, 12 gauge
20
slugs,
gauge buckshot. They don't
20
have
gauge
birdshot, do
buckshot.
they?
Birdshot's buckshot, same thing.
Okay.
There's 9x18, which is pistol ammo, but that goes into like SMGs and stuff as well. 7.62x25, that's for a pistol. 9x19 is like an MP5. 9x21 is a pistol. 5.7x28 is like P90 ammo. 4.6x30, I think that's a SMG.
I thought
9x39
P90 took 9mm.
This game has 5.7x28. I don't know.
5.7 but 20. Okay.
There's 366 caliber. That's for like a really light sniper rifle. 5.45x39. That's like for the AK-74.
Hey, Mike has entered the HOL show. Welcome, Mike. Make sure you drop some parts and any topics you want to discuss. Leave it right there in the chat. Otherwise, thank you for coming and chilling with us. Oh, Mick. Okay.
It's all good.
Mick. Well, I didn't see the end.
You're good, bro. I'm just picking on you.
I
But yeah,
got
there's 5.45 for
good.
AKs, 5.56 ammo, 7.62s, different 7.62 ammos. There's like the really, really big ammos, like the 12.7 by 55 millimeter ammo. Those are like absolutely shredders when it comes to damage wise. But yeah, and there's so many other different rounds, and they show like the each of these lists here shows the like the damage it does without armor versus damage it does to armor. So, but I don't want to talk this whole podcast about Tarkov. You
No,
guys can figure it
but
out
we was
yourself,
just talking about Escape from Tarkov, Mick, and it's the next hot PC game. We're about to get into let me see, news topics. I remember me, but that sounds like a badass game. Me to you? Would you like to play it on Xbox when it comes out?
I'd probably try it out. It sounds pretty fun.
It's a good game, man.
Sounds banging. But I remember me and E were talking about Corey Feldman, who and Eric, you were telling me that he was saying that he was trying to expose the pedophiles in Hollywood,
Yeah, the ones that were molesting him and shit as a kid, him and Corey
right?
Haim.
What story about with Corey Feldman? What he acted in? He's an actor in Hollywood. What stories did you hear about? He was in the movies,
He was in a
The
lot of movies,
Goonies,
dude.
Gremlins,
He was in a lot of
Friday the
movies.
13th. So what did you hear
Yeah,
about this story anyway?
I heard that he was.
Prashant has
Did he?
entered the podcast. Welcome.
What's up? I was hearing that he needs like 24/7 hour protection because he has like a documentary coming out about it. So
Really?
he's probably scared that people are gonna try and
Oh, thank you,
you
man,
know.
for joining the podcast. He just said, "Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you, man, for joining the podcast." So you
What's
say
up,
he has
what's up?
24-hour security?
24. Yeah, because he's making the documentary and he's probably scared that somebody's gonna get him and say he killed
That's a
himself.
hard documentary to make, man, because like you make a documentary like that, you're basically putting yourself out on like not saying the market, but he's putting himself out there for different
Yeah,
things.
he came out about it. I think a couple years ago after Corey Haim killed himself and was a drug addict and shit. Because it's like he had to expose, I guess, say something about it.
I'm I'm actually play like audio from an interview you had on the View. This is like a few seconds, and I'm about to play that. 1 second. 1 second. Present. 1 second.
Welcome
Present
to
is
that.
calling in.
Oh
Let me
shit.
see. Get him in here.
Why not? Fuck it. It's better be welcome to the podcast.
Hello.
Present. Hey,
What's
how's
up?
it going, Present? Do you have a
Yeah,
topic
it's
you
going
want to talk
pretty well.
about on the pod? Well, how are you? Where are you calling in from?
Actually, I'm from Delhi, India, and I'm new in this application. I don't know much about it, so I'm
Right.
really new. So first of all, you should explain me what is this about?
Okay. From India.
Welcome
Okay.
from India,
Yeah,
man.
So
I'm
we're
from
doing
Delhi.
a
Delhi is the national capital of India.
yeah. So Dubai, India. Dubai's in India, right? I always wanted to see Dubai.
Nah, it's not in India.
Okay. Fuck me then.
Yeah, that's not in India.
Okay. My bad. My bad. But
It's
yeah.
rough, bro.
So this app is about you're
Sure.
just caught us in the middle of a live show right now. And what
Okay.
we're doing here is a live podcast. This app really helps out a lot of people make podcasts and make it a lot
What's
Mm-hmm.
up,
easier.
Sergio?
Yeah. So whenever you do a live show, it puts you to like the front of the app. And so yeah,
Okay.
you just came in right in our radio show, and thank you for calling in and everything. Anybody could
Oh,
call in, and
yeah. Thank you for having me. Actually.
oh yeah,
Yeah, no
yeah,
problem, man.
we're very this is a very famous show, and Sergio, welcome to the
Oh man,
podcast. We're talking
I
about
don't think so.
conspiracies, and we're talking about news, video games.
Okay,
So
video
yeah,
games.
yes, welcome to the
I
podcast,
play PUBG.
Sergio. If you have any topics you want to discuss, put it in the chat. Friday kind of guy, welcome to the podcast.
What's
Sounds
up,
like my kind of
everybody?
Welcome
guy,
to the
man.
Friday
High
kind of
on
guy.
Life show.
High on Life HOL show. I get it now. That's a full
Yeah.
form of HOL. High on Life.
Yes. Yes. So, like I was just telling Sergio, we're talking about conspiracies, news, video games. If you got any topic, put it in the chat. You're more than welcome to. Thank you for the support. But yeah, man, so yeah, we're just doing our thing on the podcast, and thank you for coming in and showing your support. President, Sergio is calling in.
Sergio.
So, how do you call my name?
How do you say your name?
Okay, I really want to listen it from you. How do you call
Okay.
it?
Prasant, because it's
I said
No,
Pra
not like
Prashant.
that.
Prashant.
Oh man, oh man, who said it?
Porsche. Oh, he said it right.
Wimpy, is it
Well, he
Wimpy
said
or
it right.
e-ganja?
Okay.
I said it. I said
I
Prashant.
think that's
Okay,
what I would say.
e-ganja said Prashant. Yeah, of course it is. In my language, actually, they speak it like Prashant.
Okay.
But whenever I get connected to foreign guys, most of them speak it like Prashant. They cannot
I
speak
think
Prashant. They speak it
Okay.
Prashant. So where are you guys from?
we're from America.
Okay, you're
Pennsylvania,
from America.
U.S. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
That
from United
place.
States.
Yeah, the United States. Yeah.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I might need to check the map to be sure, but yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, apparently, man.
Sometimes we don't know where we are.
But
Well, when you're high on life, how
yeah,
could you?
how's it going in India?
How's it going in India? Yeah, everything is fine.
Yes. Okay. Okay. That's good to hear.
Indian guys really want to visit USA. Not only visit, actually, they want to permanently settle in USA.
Oh yeah.
Can
A
we
lot.
talk about sex? Oh man, with socks, on sex with socks. Oh, should people that do it with socks
Yo, I
conditioned
gotta.
by the
Wimpy,
positive?
can you read this comment?
Yeah, okay, so I can read this comment, and I have, my
Just read
fiance
it.
sitting next to me actually hates
Re-
that
Read it out
whole.
loud for the audience.
All right, I'll read it out. So it
The
says,
Friday kind of guy wants to know.
he says, "Can we talk about sex with socks on or sex with socks off? Should people that do it with socks on be ashamed by the opposite person they're with? I like it with socks on, but the other person needs to not have socks on for my maximum pleasure. Thoughts?" I mean, dude, my thing about it is this: if you're gonna go out and have sex, man, whatever gets your rocks off, man. Like as long as you're putting in the effort to please the other same person, I don't care whether you wear socks or not. My fiance hates if I wear socks, so I do what she wants, and I don't really care either way. It doesn't affect me at all. But I tend not to wear socks. But
Mix just said socks off for
oh,
sure.
for sure.
But
Socks
continue,
off for
Wimpy.
sure.
I mean, if you want to be, all it can do is add a layer of sweatiness to you. I mean, if you're wearing socks, I mean, other than that, it really has no other effect. I guess if you had a slippery floor, it might be bad if you're wearing like socks on a slippery floor. But other than that, I mean, I can't imagine it really affecting too much.
E, you want to chime in?
I never really thought about sex with socks on or off, man. However it goes down. Wherever it
Okay.
goes down.
Next time, try. Friday kind of guy said, next time, try it with them on and don't even mention it to your partner. Or don't mention why to your partner. That's funny.
That was fucking hilarious.
I bet you. I can almost guarantee that your partner won't even say anything about it until after the fact, and they'll be like, "Why the heck are you wearing socks?" I can almost guarantee it.
I mean, I heard
I-
studies say that having socks on was better.
I got an honest question for you, Friday kind of guy. How does that help you in theory? Does it make you more comfortable, or
Yeah,
because
from what the studies I saw, you're more likely to have an orgasm if
in
you have
socks?
socks on. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I've never really. I don't even think about my feet in the middle of it, so I don't know.
That's what I'm saying.
People like warm feet. Feel like the feet to be comfy when they're doing it.
I mean, if you're in bed, aren't you already? Do you wear socks to bed? Because I mean, if you're not wearing socks to bed, then I mean, it's no more different. It's no different than that, unless you're doing some freaky deaky stuff.
Some toe shit.
No, some like upside down, like I'm talking like you're lifting your partner up or some nonsense like that kind of stuff. Like then it wouldn't really matter, but
He said no socks to bed. Friday kind of guy said no socks to bed. I'm not crazy.
but I gotta,
I'm not that crazy.
I really gotta know how it's any different though between going to bed and when you're having sex. Like, to me, it doesn't make any sense because that doesn't mean anything to me per se. Like I'm not that kind of person to go, well, I need my socks on right now to get off. Like I can guarantee you that I have gotten off more times without socks than with socks, and that's a
hang
guarantee.
on, babe. Hang on, babe. I need to put on my socks.
Active activity requires socks, in my opinion. That's funny.
Oh shit.
I feel that. I forgot. Wow. I forgot.
Well,
That was,
all right.
mhm.
Let me counter
That was
that.
hilarious.
So
Go
Friday
ahead.
kind of guy said, active activity requires socks, in my opinion. So does that mean when you're in the pool and you're being active in the pool, you need socks? Because that's active activity right there, being in the pool. Especially if you're like like a pro swimmer or you're like like a race or something like that. That's some pretty heavy activity right there. Wear socks in that.
That's a good question. That's a good...
Oh shit.
For those of you who can't see, he said, "My whole world just came crashing down."
See, he's a land animal, so he didn't think about the sea.
Yeah, he's thinking about the sea. He's not thinking
Yeah.
about going out in the ocean or the pool and swimming.
Oh my god.
Now here's the real question for your Friday kind of guy. Now, if you're in the water, all right, so you don't want to wear socks. If you don't want to wear socks in the water, right? Would you find it more comfortable to get your nut off in the ocean, or with socks on in the ocean?
Oh shit.
There's a real question for you, man.
He's gonna be like, fuck the socks.
Mick has returned to the podcast.
Welcome back, Mick.
All right, Pry. Yep, we're gonna rotate the calls. All right. Thank you for tuning into the podcast.
Sex
But
in the
yeah.
water goes against my evaluation. I don't know about that, man. I don't know about that, man. I think at that point I think at that point it's gonna be the same thing again. You're not gonna be thinking about your feet if you're in the water.
For Sean, that means laughing my fucking ass off.
Any more sex questions? You got Friday Con guy. This is the place. This is the place.
I'll give
right
you
now.
answers all day, homie.
This is the place right now. I wish you were in here.
How
Would
I
be
get evolution.
I meant evolution. I think sex in the
Now you'll
water.
have swimmers everywhere. You'll fucking get everybody in the pool or ocean pregnant. Anybody that's around you, they're just gonna swim everywhere.
Wasn't there a story about a kid who got like 30 girls pregnant at his school because he jerked off into a pool or something?
I think it was something like that.
I always heard it was like a hot tub.
No, hot tub's too warm.
Too warm. Okay.
Yeah, my doctor told me that semen dies at like 100 degrees or something like that. 101, I think. Yeah.
I see.
They actually said he was telling me that in China it's an informal version of birth control, but they'll have sex in the bathtub with like the water like absolutely just like melting your skin off basically, and you won't get pregnant.
Really?
It's not the most like accurate birth control. Like it's not gonna do its 100% of the job all the time.
People gotta do what they gotta do, you know.
But like some people might do that, and it's not.
I can understand that. So, if you did it in a sauna, would that be
did it in a
good birth
sauna?
control?
Probably not, because the temperature wouldn't be hitting. Unless you've been sitting there for like an hour, I doubt it, because like the temperature would have to
like
overall.
125.
Yeah, but the temperature would have to be like the sperm would have to be it had to be in contact with the heat for a long enough amount of time for it to actually matter, and it has to have the time for it to die. So like, unless like the girl's uterus is 125, I doubt it.
She must be the devil.
I wish you were here when
himself.
this woman was here yesterday. She wanted to talk about love and everything.
Oh yeah.
And she was, she was as old as you're and my like mom and everything. So I was like, if anything, You would know more than us.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
Yeah. Hey. Don't insult my audience.
No,
She
I'm
was
not insulting
cool.
your audience. I'm saying
No.
it's
Interesting. She was an interesting character. She wanted to she was trying to live in a van and stuff too.
Yo, Rich, read what he said. Or
yeah. I see. Okay, so Friday kind of guy just started. You think what people do in the pools
He
is
said,
gross?
"I think."
People that pee, yeah, I think what people do in the pools is gross. People that pee in the pool above the age of 12 should have their feet cut off. No sock life for them. And if you jizz in the pool, well, I hope you didn't love wearing mitts on your hands because your hands are getting cut off. I mean, that was like a high schooler. I think he was doing a prank, but even still, I mean, it's a weird prank.
What
And,
about peeing in the shower? Is that the death penalty?
peeing in the shower?
socks on.
Yeah. What is your opinion of peeing on the shower? Or my other thing is,
Something I
what's your
never
opinion?
did. Right.
What about people who pee in the ocean? What do you think about that? Well, I want to hear your opinion on all three of those options.
You're fucking poisoning Shamu, you know?
Because, like, in my opinion, peeing in the okay. So Friday kind of guy said peeing in the shower is okay
There you
if
go.
you're showering alone. If you're with someone, that is illegal.
There you go.
I mean, it's not really illegal if it's your partner. It's just kind
What
of
if you're
weird,
just,
but
pissing on them.
golden shower, man.
And that's the golden shower.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If they're
it's
into
a golden
that,
shower.
hey, by the way, do not piss on anyone unless they're into
Yeah.
it. Then it's okay.
We don't endorse rape here, please.
So we have Fifi that just
Welcome
came
to the
into the
podcast.
podcast. Welcome to the podcast. We're talking
Fifi
about
or FFF?
we're talking about Kofifi. We're talking about sex, conspiracies, news, video games.
everything.
Thanks
under
for
the
coming
sun.
by.
Anything, yeah.
Anything we fucking want to.
So, seriously.
But yeah.
You know, I actually, it's a completely honest story. So, you know, everybody always says they pee in
Go
the
ahead.
shower. So when I was in
Yeah.
high school, I had never peed in the shower before. I was 17, and no, I'm dead serious on this. Like when I was
Okay.
17, I had never peed in the shower before because I always thought it was just gross. I was worried that I was gonna step in my own pee and blah blah blah. Well, I got into my science class the one day, and somebody said, there's two types of people in this world: people who pee in the shower and liars." And like everybody was agreeing, and I was like, and I thought I was the weird person because like I wasn't the one peeing in the shower, and I was like what? And like that night I went home and I was like, well, I might as well try. I gotta pee, and you know, I peed in the shower that night. I was like, man, like I felt weird about it the whole time. I was like, I can't believe I just did that, and then it became normal after that. But it just
Rich felt he was going to get interrogated by like
Yeah,
the class. It's like, you pee in the shower, don't you? No,
Well,
don't
no,
be a liar.
I kept my
Pee
mouth
in the
shut.
shower, don't you?
I kept my mouth shut because I was like, I didn't want anybody to think I was weird because I didn't pee in the shower at the time.
And they
And I
would've
was
just
like-
thought you were a liar.
Yeah, they thought that was the thing. I didn't want to be called a liar the whole time.
Oh,
Because
shit.
there was a girl
liar.
there was a girl in the class who I can almost guarantee who didn't pee in the shower because she was like a priss, like, you know, an absolute priss for or whatever. And she kept saying, "Oh, I don't pee in the shower." But he's like, "Oh, you liar!" Even the teacher was calling her a liar, and that's what the
Fucking
funny part
liar.
about it was. And you know, so the next day I came in, and the conversation wasn't talking about it, so I never brought it up to anybody. But I was like, man, that was just a absolutely exhilarating moment for me.
So anybody pee in the shower? Well,
Yeah, that was
you know, I
hilarious.
just had my first pinkle in the shower.
I just had my
yesterday.
first pee in the shower, boys.
Oh.
High fives.
Yeah, high five.
I'll meet y'all in the shower tonight.
Did you pee in the shower? No.
Shit.
Get out! Out of my class! Get out!
You liar!
That's a very scientific class. Like, so yeah, so you measure the theory of gravity, mass times gravity. Would you test
Alright,
your
so-
droplets?
So, what's the
Uh-huh.
speed? What's the rate of pee compared to the shower rate? And what's gonna hit first, your pee or the water from the shower?
There you go. These are the real questions. These are
Yeah.
the real questions.
To address Friday kind of guy, he said, I just thought about a challenge for you guys. Have sex next time with gloves on your hands. Now, I don't know if that's I don't know how much of a challenge that is, man. Because not that I wear gloves, but like, I don't think I don't think I'd want to do it because like
Here's
I
the
like to
thing.
grab. I'm a grabby kind of guy.
This is what you do. You get a girl that has like a kidnapping fantasy, and then you wear like leather gloves, and she'll be into it. You know,
Oh,
you just
absolutely, man.
yeah, there you go. Like I'm gonna kidnap you
I'm just gonna
with the
kidnap
gloves
you and wear
on.
some black
Yeah,
leather gloves.
yeah, yeah.
Gotta get them rubber
I
gloves.
Friday kind of guy said I saw on Reddit that some guy shit in his hand in the shower and then threw his shit from the shower to the toilet and said Kobe.
Okay, so I got a question for that one.
Oh, shit.
Why is it, like? Did it come out solid? Because I feel like if you're in the shower,
my
it ain't gonna come
God.
out. I don't think it's gonna come out solid, dude. If it's wet,
Oh my
man.
God. I saw somebody on Twitter. They said post the cringiest memes, and it was a guy eating his own shit that he literally took a shit
Aw, gross,
in his
dude.
hand. He just
Fuck.
fucking ate it. It was disgusting. So that story is
That's
not
so
even the
gross.
worst I've heard about poop in the last
I'm
couple
sure it's not
days.
the worst,
Sadly.
man, but like I
Sadly.
said though, I have my doubts about that Reddit post because like I said, if you're trying to take a shit in the shower, I doubt it's gonna come out solid.
So what? It becomes more watery in the shower.
I don't think I think you'd end up just blastering the freaking bathroom or not the bathroom, but the toilet or the bathtub.
So you taking
Full
a
of crap.
shower makes your shit not solid.
I don't think it would. I think with it. So like what
That's
happens when you?
interesting.
But what happens when you crap and water hits it? It doesn't just sit there and like it like dissipates a little bit like the you know.
So you never had a hard log hit the toilet.
It just sits there.
Yeah, but like if something disrupts it, it's not gonna
Totally
stand there.
have
Like if you just
Just because water is on you doesn't turn your
No.
shit into a sprinkler.
What I'm saying is no. What I'm saying
Shower
is this.
pressure.
What I'm saying is if you disrupt
Go ahead,
that
go
crap, it's not gonna stay solid anymore. If you poke a crap
Okay.
in the toilet, it doesn't stay solid. It separates.
So I should just throw.
Have you ever plunged a toilet before? What does it plunge a toilet? Does it stay clean water or does it go dark water?
So I just throw water on people I don't like because they're full of shit. So maybe it'll dissipate.
Probably melt them.
Well, I always had that theory, so I'm gonna try that.
Regardless.
Fucking annoying.
Regardless.
Yeah. So next time if you annoying bitches that got chlamydia that were talking shit about me, if I see y'all again, you're getting melted. I'm telling you. You're dead. You're done.
All I'm saying, man, is I have a feeling that it wouldn't be just as easy as grabbing it and throwing it in the toilet. That's all I'm saying.
I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, I mean, I never felt
Well, go
the
try it,
material.
Timon. Go try it.
Felt
Just
the
go
material
try
of my
it for me.
shit, so I wouldn't
Neither
know.
have I. Neither have I. But
but I'm pretty
What
sure
if-
just because
what if
water
you
hits
miss?
it.
But what
Oh
I'm
my
saying
God.
is it. Have you ever plunged a toilet before? Have you ever plunged a toilet before?
Yes, sadly.
Now,
That-
does the
that
toilet
was-
water?
It
Does
was
the
one of
toilet
the
water
best
stay
moments of my
clean?
life was plunging a toilet. But
I'm saying,
yeah.
but does the toilet water stay clean or does it go dirty? You're disrupting that crap,
There's
and when you disrupt that crap, bro, I'm telling you.
there's very different types of shit.
Excuse me.
And
I know there
maybe
is.
the-
But that
maybe
guy's
the
got a lot of
solid
trust
shit
in
gets
himself
pushed
too.
down. Maybe
That
the
guy's got a
solid-
lot, dude. That guy's got a lot of trust of himself, dude. No, not even that. But like, what if
Is
it's
it
not what
having
you're
trust
expecting?
in yourself or just being retarded?
Oh, yeah,
Because who
it's that
shits
too.
in their
but-
hand? And you know,
No, but,
I mean,
like, no, but that guy's got some serious trust in himself because do you know what's coming out of you when you go to the bathroom? Like, off the first like second of doing it, like, are you aware of what's coming out of you?
I mean, it depends on how hard it took for it to come out.
That's what I'm saying.
By the way,
though.
hi AntLive111 at
Don't even worry about the
gmail.com.
discussion right now. Don't even worry about the discussion right now because
Welcome to the podcast, the shitcast. We're having a debate right now. Hold on a second. Okay, so post any topics you want in the chat. But anyway, so
Debate
we were
about some
talking
shit.
about
So
Yeah.
the other person in the chat, the other person in the chat with you right now, his name is Friday kind of guy. He
Yes.
said, "I saw on Reddit that some guy shit in his hand in the shower and threw it, and it just threw his shit from the shower to the toilet and said Kobe." Now that's what we're having a discussion about. But what I was saying is that guy's got a lot of trust in himself to know exactly what's coming out of him and to catch it. That's a skill and a half to have, which I don't know why he has that skill, but
He probably has a lot of experience.
I'm sure.
He has a lot of
Experienced shit
experience.
thrower.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a fucking.
I wonder-
You sure it wasn't a gorilla you saw on Reddit, Friday kind of guy?
Fucking orangutan or some shit.
Yeah. Is that? See, you're saying we don't evolve from apes. I mean, but you see people like this are literally throwing shit. People are literally accustomed to putting their
Throwing their own
hand.
crap.
Yeah, throwing their own shit, man. I mean, nobody had to put a
Oh
gun
my
to his
God.
head. He just was like, I'm just gonna. What is the thought process in that? What
He
is
had to
the
make a
thought
tribute.
process in that?
It's a
Was
Kobe
this
tribute,
recent?
man.
Was that after
It's a
Kobe
Kobe
passed
tribute,
away?
You gotta throw
Wow.
that clip in here too.
Throw that clip. Oh, what of the which one where Snoop Dogg was taking a shit verbally on that reporter or for dissing
Oh.
Kobe or
I didn't even know he did that.
yeah, I remember you was hammered
Went
last
off on
night.
the video.
Yeah, you was but I did play that clip for you in the last podcast. Yeah. But what was I?
Let's
is
change
fucking
the subject off this. We gotta change the subject off this, bro.
Hey, we've been talking about shit for 26
20
minutes. Like, oh my god.
Excuse me. Oh
Was
yeah,
it
yeah.
that long
So-
you said that?
It's been 20.
Huh?
Yeah, he said
I don't
he
know.
said that. I don't even know what
It
time he
feels
said
like
that,
it.
but it's been about 20 minutes since he said that, man.
I want to
That's
discuss with you
fucking
guys
hysterical.
your opinion on. I remember me and you were last night. Connecticut just
Mhm.
passed a law. They said that nobody who's transgender can be in like the opposite sex sports. So if you were born a man, you have to be in man sports, and if you're born a woman, you have to be in women's sports. And the ACLU, which I usually love the ACL. I'm gonna give my opinion later. I'm gonna just say the whole story. But the ACLU is suing Connecticut over this. There are certain transgender athletes, who were people who were men but are transitioned into women who are in women's sports. They were suing Connecticut over this. And so it's caused a big uproar in that state right now. So I wanted to get your guys' opinion on this topic. What do y'all think about it? So we'll have Wimpy go first, then Ganja. Friday Guy, if you want to sound off in the comments on this, go right ahead.
My thing is, so the biggest thing that I had an issue was there was a guy. I think he was like an MMA fighter or something like that. Didn't he like win break a record or something like that? Just like didn't he like solely become transgender to break that record or something?
Well, I know he bashed a bitch skull in.
Well, what my thing is this: if you're gonna identify as transgender or you're gonna identify as
she bashed a bitch. And by the way, but yeah, go ahead.
But my thing is, if you're gonna identify as transgender, I feel like you should if you go through a sex change, okay, I feel like you have to have your own what do you call it? Like your own
division?
section of fighting. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Don't put a guy who became a girl into an all girls section because the girls can beat him. I'm sure one of those girls could eventually beat him in theory. But
Right.
it's an unfair advantage, you know what I mean? Like it's like if Mike Tyson became a female and started female boxing, like come on. Like he's gonna destroy somebody. Like yeah, they might have a chance, but you're gonna destroy somebody. Like that's gonna somebody might get hurt. So just make a transition. So like if a guy becomes a female, then he's in the guy who became a female category. Or if a female becomes a guy, she's in the female became a guy category who fights other females that became a guy.
Right.
and because like the M like so you know how they set up like fights all the time, like two fighters want to fight, they won't be in the same weight class, or like even with the Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor fight, like that was a set up fight. Neither two, like they didn't fight in the same style of fighting, but they set it up.
Mhm.
So like if they want to do it that way, where like some transgender person wants to fight, say like Conor McGregor
Yeah,
or something like
if it's
that,
like a big
then
one-time thing, like if a woman, she just like, yeah, I want to see what I can do against transgender woman. Then yeah,
yeah,
if a woman signs up for that, sure. So you're
yeah.
saying something
But
like
I feel
that?
like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
I feel
pretty
like there should.
much feel the
I
same
feel like there
shit.
should be. I feel like there should be a separate category because
Right.
otherwise you're just at that point all you're doing is you're making it so the categories are no longer just men and women. You're making the categories transgender men and transgender women in one. It makes it one category then, and then the whole thing just goes out of completely hell. So you might, and if they're actually trying, if someone's trying to like rank themselves up like in the world of number one or
Right.
whatever, then they're gonna be going through like the top 15 fighters in the world who are either dudes or women or whatever gender they might want to be as, but like you're gonna have people who are fighting people who are way above them and people who are fighting people who are way below them. Like that can't happen.
Seriously, I understand.
Like
Yo, Friday is hilarious.
What I missed? What you just
okay, I did not say that Friday kind of guy, but I don't disagree with what you said. So for those who can't see what he says, I see what Wimpy is saying. I agree that all women's sports should be done in the nude.
Oh yeah, He's like, dang,
I don't know if I would.
Wimpy. That's a really long way
I
of
don't.
saying women should be fighting in the nude.
I don't think I said that, but I mean,
Yeah, dude,
my
I
thing
think
is,
that they should be all switched out though. If you're
Yeah.
transgender, you should have your own division. Even if they
Yeah.
want to be like, okay, you switch from male to female or female to male, it's still
Mhm.
you're still transgender. You're going straight in the transgender. Yous
Group,
all
yeah.
configure that yous are fair against each other, so that's how it is in your division.
Mhm.
Right.
That way they don't feel segregated. Like if they was like, oh well, you're basically separating us back into male and female groups. You know what I mean? Like, because
Well,
then they might be saying some shit like that, and then it's like, oh, now you're being fucking, oh, we're racist, or,
transgenderist,
yeah, whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
But I think if the person who is like if a female's in a female group and she wants to fight that person, if she finds it fair, then all the more power to her. I don't care. But like
Right.
but
I
like
mean, I feel you.
I don't think I don't think a female should be forced, like an actual female should be forced to fight a transgender man
Mhm.
without her
Oh fuck no.
like
Fuck
she shouldn't
no.
be forced. She shouldn't be forced to fight that
Right, because
guy
they
because
pretty
of,
much
like, say,
are
like a fight
fucking
that has to
forced
happen.
to, if you want to be a female champion, you gotta fight a fucking dude.
Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. So like if you wanted to, if they're gonna make it so if you want to keep your number one in the female side, you got to fight this challenger or whatever that's transgender per se. I think the female should be able to say no and just keep her number one her number one standard there, because like it's not like a fair fight by any means per se. I mean, if she finds it fair to her, then she finds it fair to her, but it's not my problem.
Right. For me, I'm just disappointed in
Exactly, they are. They're in shit though.
I'm just disappointed in the ACLU. Yeah, like sports athletes that don't have disability can't compete in disability competitions. That's true. The Friday kind of guy just said. Yeah, I'm just disappointed in the ACLU because the ACLU I usually fuck with because they fight for the right for everybody to have freedom of speech, everybody have the free rights, even people that I disagree with, like Klansmen and stuff, they still said they have the right of freedom of speech. And I agree with that. Freedom of speech, everybody, have the rights to be equally represented, all that stuff. But for this is just coming out against science and common sense. It doesn't make sense to have somebody that just transitioned into a dude being a female. Like it just is. I don't know, man.
Yeah, did you
It's
see
ridiculous. I agree with
this
Wimpy.
competition last year that the dudes were versing girls in the track or some shit, and they
Oh
beat
yeah,
them, and the girl couldn't even say nothing except that I'm happy for them. She couldn't even bitch about it because they would be fucking offended or some shit.
Yeah.
The dude wasn't even taking no medication to become a female. He was just being a dude competing against girls. Like,
I don't know. Like, I believe in being open minded, but there's also don't be so open minded your brain falls out.
Yeah, seriously.
You know, like come on now.
There's-
What was I gonna say?
we have to accept Nazis because otherwise we're being Naziist.
Right.
Like that kind of stuff.
Nonsense. But yeah. So I remember another topic that I was talking about earlier in pod was it Corey Feldman exposing Hollywood. He says a lot of Hollywood has child. He's a child actor. He says a lot of Hollywood is full of child predators. What are your thoughts on this? I have a recording from an interview he did also on The View,
So
which is about 2 minutes.
he's exposing child molestation. Then I'm guessing.
Yeah, he says Hollywood is
Yeah.
full of predators.
I mean, if he's doing it for the right reason, I see no reason in being critical of him or whatever. But if he's doing it just because he wants some, I'm going to use a word that I never use, but clout. If he's doing it for clout, then I mean, just go to hell. Then you know what I mean?
What does that even mean?
But
Fame.
clout is like attention.
He need to get with
fame
the
and
times.
I mean, he was molested himself.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying, like if he's doing it for the right reason, then yes. Like if I don't know the story behind him, is what I'm saying. But
I don't think anybody would do it for attention, dude. Like that's. I don't know.
I mean,
He was saying he doesn't know his story. Rich was saying he doesn't know like background and everything.
Oh,
Well, look at the what was that? Those trials in like the '60s called, where they're looking for communists across America or whatever, or whatever it was. Where they were literally just going out of their way to like go to court trials against communists, and like they were just calling them out because they thought they were communists. What was that stuff called? You know what I'm talking about or no?
I know
Yeah.
McCarthyism. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Anybody didn't they just called you a communist because that was like a
that's what I'm
dirty
saying.
word back then.
If he's trying to do something similar to that, then yeah, like that's a terrible, that's terrible. But if he's doing it because like you said, he got raped or whatever when he was younger, then yeah, that makes total sense. I totally agree with him doing that.
Right. I'm gonna play a short section of the interview he had on The View, and let me see. All right, let me know if it's too loud.
There are people that were the people that did this to both me and Corey that are still working. They're still out there, richest, most powerful people in business. And they do not want me saying what I'm saying right now.
Are you saying they're pedophiles?
Yes.
And that they're still in this business?
Yes.
And that's what you're saying in your book. When you talk to parents,
Be here right now. Trust
Corey,
me. They want me dead.
there are a lot of parents out here who want to put their kids in this business. Their kids are cute. They're great actors. What would you say to a parent who just has the best of intentions coming here with their child? If you're saying that there's a lot of predators in this industry.
It's a many-feathered bird, okay? Be careful what you wish for. That's what I'll tell you. Don't go into it with naivety. Don't go into it thinking that it's all roses and sunglasses.
An entire industry.
I'm sorry.
I want to clear up.
But yeah. But yeah, at the end, the hosts were saying like you're damaging a whole industry, saying there's pedophiles in there. But Friday kind of guy chimed in and said there is this thing called age fluid, so a person can identify as a 10-year-old. People are using this as a defense for pedophilia.
It's ridiculous the amount of shit that they're trying to use to get away with it. They barely even lock people up for doing shit like that, It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's because if they get put in the general population, they'll most likely be killed.
Oh yeah, exactly.
I know. I just know there's a lot of pedos on Twitter that are trying to be a part of the LGBT community.
Yeah, put that P at the end and shit.
Yeah. If you see somebody with map in their bio, that means person attracted to. Let me see. I'm gonna see what map means, but I'm gonna be on a list. I'm looking this up right now.
We might as well jump into the Chris Brown tattoo after this.
Map.
That face tat with the pedo symbol.
Yeah,
When I seen that,
it's just a symbol. It's a triangle. I mean, I know what you mean. Like I saw that symbol before, and when I was as that is one of the pedophile symbols, but it's a triangle. It could mean
anything.
anything. And I gotta see the picture. I did see the picture,
You did see the picture.
and I don't know if someone manipulated it. Yeah, I did see it. But let me see what else I got. But yeah, like I said, there's a lot of pedos trying to be part of the LGBT community, and a lot of LGBT people are saying fuck off. There's a few of them, not a lot. There's a very few of them that are like, yeah, you shouldn't be so rough on pedophiles. No, fuck that shit.
Oh,
They
seriously,
they blame their fucking psyche.
Mhm.
Like there's something wrong with their
They
fucking
need to get help.
physically, psychologically. Yeah, exactly. But
Get
it's
help.
like, yeah, like what the fuck do you mean?
So you're gonna get help by raping a kid? Like that's just
That's
stupid.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Like that shit does not make sense.
Yeah, that's just a bit ridiculous. I mean,
And it's like you
Yeah,
just
no.
fucked that person's entire life up too. Like
mhm.
Exactly. It should just be between consenting adults. You know, if you're not old enough to consent, like you're in the fucking wrong, buddy. Fucking pedophile. What do you
I've
guys think?
never.
Friday kind of guy chimed in saying, "What do you guys think about giving pedos child sex dolls?"
why do they make
Um,
those? If
I
they
feel
I
make
like
those,
know
that's ridiculous.
they
I
make a
feel like
lot of
what
crazy shit.
I feel like what
Go
that would
ahead.
do is just give. I feel like it would give him more reason to do it more because like, oh, this isn't satisfying enough.
Yeah, for real.
Right.
It's like I want the real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
doll is
Honestly-
not enough.
I work in psychology. I do want to help POs psychologically. If there's any medicine or something or therapy, I wish there was that could help them out. I'm in that field, but yeah, child sex, because I don't know. That's such a dangerous precedent because there's children that are easily vulnerable to somebody snatching them up or whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, like you were
The other
saying.
thing, the one thing I know is it's not that I fully believe in this, but I always see this caption about how dead pedophiles they don't redo the crime, whatever. So I'm not saying that we got to kill them off, but like it is
Mhm.
true.
Oh yeah, you gotta take out that gene.
I don't know, man. I feel like someone like that needs to have some serious serious therapy or something like
They
that,
need
man.
fucking help. They need fucking help, and they need to just. I would go to therapy. I will probably castrate myself.
I think they would have to go to jail for doing that shit, dude.
Yeah, it'd have to.
Oh
be.
yeah.
For like a long time. At
Yeah,
least like
castration is
10
fair.
years, dude, at least.
The only problem with that is if they're not getting any, if they're not getting any freaking prison ass, they might come out of prison thinking, "Oh boy, I can't wait to go get some more kid ass."
Yeah. Friday kind of guy said he thinks castration is fair. I hear you, but I was thinking like I don't want to put nobody out there or whatever, but I know people who have like say AIDS and stuff. It's not in some states. It's not illegal for them to knowingly spread it to other people.
Mm.
And I'm like, can we like at least have like a registry for these people or something like that?
Oh, yeah.
Or we need a little bit more stricter laws on that kind of business. I don't know if castration is the answer for them too.
Dude, I think that 10 years isn't even enough time.
No, because
Oh,
like
yeah.
I said, if you put somebody in if you put somebody in the wrong type of jail, like a
They'll
good
get
prison
killed.
per se, yeah, it's not like even like prison people hate pedophiles, man. Like that's not.
Oh, yeah.
He'll probably get killed, but I mean, why would somebody be so ready to kill somebody for doing that? Because it's fucking wrong, man.
Yeah. I know I chopped my
Prison's fair. If they survive, then they survive. If they don't, that's what
the way of the
their
land, man.
judgment. Yeah, like
The only thing
It
I'll
is
say
wrong
about
work
this,
crime. Mhm.
I don't think castration's the answer, solely because if someone becomes reformed So
Decapitation.
I'm not saying that I really want to see somebody who was an ex-pedophile out there, or whatever. But like, somebody who say became a pedophile, or whatever, did the wrong thing. Well, they reform themselves and they're not doing it anymore. Well, we castrate them and they can't. Like they're fucked for the rest of their life. They can't make a new life for themselves or make a new family for themselves.
I mean,
Oh yeah, they got
imagine the
castrated.
person that was molested, though.
No, I'm not saying that. I understand that, like the person who gets molested, like the mental.
I mean, I work with somebody that's a pedophile, and nobody in the job talks to him because everybody knows that he's a pedophile. Like,
Yeah,
Derek,
fucked up, bro.
welcome to the podcast.
Yeah.
Friday kind of guy just said if you molest a child in a pool and also pee in that pool, then your hands, feet, and dick will be taken away. Hopefully immediately. But you have somebody you worked with that's a convicted pedophile?
Yeah, he had. I don't know if he molested a kid or something, but he's like
he's sex offender.
Yeah, sex offender.
Okay.
Like,
yeah, we had
child pornography. I think.
We had a coworker
and he didn't do
was...
any he didn't do any jail time. We think he's still on probation, but like he got. My buddy knows how to look up the docket
You ain't fucking jail time?
No.
What?
Yeah, he was caught my buddy showed me his docket sheet. It had like 300 charges with like child pornography and a bunch of other things.
Oh God,
dude.
That reminds me of a good topic. Friday kind of guy. We're loving the participation, by the way. Friday, you can't reform sexual urges. Can't form a straight man to be gay, and a gay man to be straight. See, no, you can't.
That's exactly. No, I don't disagree with that. But I don't think I don't think your mindset is actually to be sexually attracted to a kid. I think that's just something where you get fucked up in the head.
Well, I mean, like it is a fucked up thing, but like like I said, I work in psychology, and it's wild how many different varieties like what people are attracted to, like what causes somebody to be attracted to being in latex or being whipped and stuff. Like sadly, especially for men, like women don't have this problem so much.
Look at all people that like feet.
Yeah, exactly. What causes people to like all these different things? Men brains when it comes to different sex or different mental disabilities, we're like big on the spectrum. Like there's a lot of men with autism and schizophrenia and stuff. Women not so much, but men it's sad. This person really can't help but be attracted to children, but it is wrong. And you can urges and you need to get help. I do wish I could help these people. But you need to get help, and you need to. I mean, if I was sexually turned on from killing people, it's fucking wrong. Even if I was like, oh my, I just gotta fucking kill somebody, right?
Yeah,
I got,
I gotta get off
it's
right
wrong.
now.
It's still, it's still wrong. I still need to get some fucking help.
That's the kind of person that would be jerking off while he's stabbing a bitch.
Exactly.
Right.
Fucking in the alley.
And there are people like that. There are famous serial killers like that, sadly. And I hope we figure something out to turn these people around. But that reminds me, when you said that your coworker didn't do jail time, that reminds me of a good point. I saw a female YouTuber who made this really good video. She was making a video against female teachers that have sex with their male students and how there's a double standard with that. And I wanted to get you guys' opinion on that situation. But right quickly, Friday kind of guy says, yeah, you can't reform someone that gets off on killing people, just like with people that get off by kids. You can repress. Yeah, you have to repress those urges. Yeah, I can't help somebody who gets off. I can't help somebody that gets off from taking a shit in their hand and throwing it in the trash and Kobe either. But people. You can't help certain people, man. You can't. People get off from shit too. Like that's another.
People get off from some sick shit, man.
Like whatever y'all, you can only repress those urges. Whatever somebody gets off on it's all good, but if you're hurting somebody, it's not good. Yeah, scat. It's called Friday Kai Guy chimed in. It's called scat. Yes, shit
What
porn.
the fuck?
Yeah, 2 girls, 1 cup. That's called scat.
Yeah.
That's gross.
Yeah.
One guy, one jar.
I never even heard of that one.
2
One
guys
guy,
in
one
the same
jar.
box.
That was gross. Come on. That was disgusting. No, One Guy, One Jar is a video of a guy who puts a Snapple bottle up his ass and it breaks inside his
Oh my
ass.
fucking god!
Jesus Christ.
Oh
Yo,
my
what the
god! It was a
It's
glass
true, bro.
Snapple bottle.
Yep. Bro, it literally exploded in his ass.
Holy
I thought I couldn't see anything worse than that girl that shoved toilet brush over JJ.
Oh, gross. That's disgusting,
I thought I
dude.
couldn't get any worse
That's
than that.
disgusting, dude. Come on,
So
dude.
that's worse than breaking a jar of someone your fucking ass.
I saw it personally, though, so it's a little bit different to me.
What? So you saw it in
What
the
do you
real?
mean?
No, I saw the video when it first came out. One of my buddies in high school.
Okay.
One of my buddies in high school sent me that on Christmas Eve. I'll never forget.
Nice.
He sent that shit to me on Christmas Eve, bro. Oh my god, I almost vomited. Oh, disgusting.
Friday just chimed in. My mom says you guys are a bad influence. I know.
But we're not
I know.
We're not a good influence.
Richie's parents tell me that all the time too.
Imagine what T's mom says about me.
Oh yeah, yep. Exactly. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Cause we was talking about porn. Yeah, man, it's disgusting.
I don't think this kid's actually a kid.
He didn't say how old he was. He's probably older than both. Like the last time we had people in the audience that were older than us.
Look at all that shit he was talking now.
Yeah.
Talking about we're a bad influence. You're making us talk.
Oh yeah. I was about to say, yeah. What was remember that story you told me about some kid you knew in high school who fucked the ground? Yeah. Tell that. Yeah.
All right, so
say that.
I had a buddy of mine in school. Not buddy.
Mhm.
I guess I'm related to him by marriage. But I don't admit that.
I don't know this fucking guy, but
I don't admit that
Oh,
ever
go ahead.
because
Mhm.
so he was the type of guy that would go home, jerk off, and tell everybody about. So we would he'd come. He used to do this thing where he would go. He would buy latex balloons, and because the end of a latex balloon is so like tight, he would put that part around his penis, blow up the balloon a little bit, and then jerk off into it. Well,
The fuck?
balloons don't hold liquid, so he'd make a mess out of it. Regardless, he used to always tell me this stuff where he used to take like a banana peel, take the banana out of it, throw the peel in the microwave, and then he'd like fornicate into this banana
I heard
peel.
that's becoming popular these days. Like I'm not.
I don't
So
know.
now that you mentioned that, like, so he was like an innovator, man. He was a pioneer.
So and then the other story he told me
Go ahead.
was that he took that banana peel, he shoved it between the cushions on his couch, and then he had sex that way. Which
Oh my god.
I'm like every single time I walk into Spanish class in the morning, he would tell me this stuff.
That
So-
sounds like pretty bad friction,
Yeah.
but whatever.
The one morning I came into class and he was really quiet that day. He didn't say anything to me, and I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "What's up, Jake? You haven't said anything in forever." And he goes, "Oh yeah, I kind of did something weird last night, and I'm 16 years old, or 15 years old at the time, I think." And I'm like, "What'd you do?" He goes, "Well, well, I took my shovel last night. He has like a little, like one of those military entrenching shovels, pretty much."
Nice.
He's like, I took my shovel. I dug about 4 inches in the ground, and he's like, I tried having sex with a hole in the ground, and he's like, well, at first it didn't work, and I was like, well, yeah, you're having sex with dirt. Of course, it's not gonna work. And he goes, well, I took a bottle of lube and I shoved it down, and it started working. And I was like,
What the fuck?
this is a true story too, by the way.
Yeah. Shit.
What the
Real
fuck?
shit.
True story, bro. And he told me that, and I was like, dude, you're killing me, man. Like, you're killing me right now. Like, I don't want to know this. Like,
He was probably thinking about it, and you just disturbed him.
honestly, man. No, but the thing about it was like I think he was doing that shit for once again clout. He was trying to become popular in the school, which I don't know how that would make you popular at all. But like
Oh my god.
that whole year was weird.
Mm-hmm.
That whole year was weird
Oh, I'm
because like
sure.
the first day I came, the very first day I walked into that Spanish class, one of his buddies asked me for a pencil. And I said, "Oh yeah, it was first day of school. I had I had to show off the pencil cases that I had and all this different shit in my bag, whatever. Because I was a nerdy student, whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I pull out a number 2 pencil. I walk over, I sharpen it for the kid because I'm a nice guy. I ring about the pencil. I'm like, "Here you go, buddy." So we're sitting down in class, and I hear someone eating something, and I look to my left, and I see my pencil, and it's halfway gone, and there's no traces of the other pencil. And I look over at the kid. And I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to embellish his name.
That's fine.
I look over at the kid, and I was like, "Where's my pencil at?" And he's like, "Oh, I've been eating it." And I looked at him and I was like, "You're eating my pencil?" And he's like, "Yeah, watch." And he like literally bites into the pencil. He takes the lead out of it, like the little graphite out of it, whatever. Throws that to the floor. And then he just eats the wood and the yellow around the wood, whatever. And I was like, "Oh, okay." And I thought he was being a smart aleck, and it's like hiding the pieces in his pocket. No, he swallowed that shit whole.
Are you serious?
What the fuck, bro?
Wimpy,
I looked at it.
Wimpy, where's your homework? My friend ate my pencil.
Oh, don't kid me. He used to tell me that he'd go to the bathroom at night and it hurt, and I'm like, dude, I don't want to know this. Like, shut up, please.
I just took a monster shit, man. Oh my god. Well, I mean, when I had the chance, it hurt like hell. But hey, that shot I tried to make after I took a shit in my hand, it was worth it though.
He's the same guy that used to bring. Now I know there's some people who out there who will drink vinegar because either it makes them feel better or they do it for medical purposes or whatever.
Right.
He would bring in like not a 2-liter, but like a really
was it
tall
clear vinegar?
Yeah.
Oh, the one with the strong smell. Okay.
Yeah. He used to bring that stuff in like a tall plastic bottle, probably like like the plastic soda bottles, whatever. Probably 2 times the length of that, just full of vinegar, and he would drink it throughout the day.
Well, he must stink like hell because vinegar is too the smell is fucking strong for me.
That's just I could smell all the time. He would burp in class because he just would nonstop drink it, and all you could smell was vinegar. I was like, this is disgusting, dude.
Oh my god! What? One time,
Friday, yeah.
Yeah, Wimpy, read his comment in a second.
Yeah,
but one time for fucking the ground.
Okay.
Wait. One time for Friday for participating.
We definitely gotta get Friday one.
You the man, Friday. All right, Richie, read off this comment.
Okay, so Friday kind of guy said, one time I was in high school and I was with my friends and we were watching some crazy pornographic videos. I convinced them that we should all leave the room and take turns jerking off in the room one at a time. So one by one I took turns jerking off in this guy's bedroom while the rest of us were in the living room. My turn came up and I looked up and said, "Nah, you guys are fucked up. You guys are fucked." Not doing that. I asserted my dominance in the group and got all of them to jerk off in this guy's house. The guy's house we were in became the bitch in the group.
Oh shit.
That's funny.
That is hilarious.
I can't even comment on that one, bro. That's a I can't. That was funny though.
That's funny how he made him fucking do it.
What's up, Racord? Welcome to the podcast.
What is wrong with you guys? Yeah, welcome to the podcast. That is hilarious, Friday.
Oh my god, man! Yeah, that's one way to show your dominance, though, bro. You get everybody else to do something, and they make them a bunch of sheep, and then you don't do the thing, and make them all look weird for it.
Yeah, and then they all look at each other like, "Did we just do that, yo?"
My dog wasn't too loud, was she?
Huh?
My dog wasn't too loud, was she?
I didn't even hear it, dude.
Alright, good. Raccoon, welcome to the podcast. We're talking
Yeah,
about
a minute late,
sex.
$1 short.
Oh, you said it already?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, I got you. I had to make sure the dog was all right.
No, you're
But
good,
yeah, we're
homie.
talking about sex, conspiracies, news, video games.
And whatever the fuck
Thank you for-
Friday kind of guy is posted on the bottom.
Right. Thank you for joining the most dangerous podcast in America. But yeah.
Coming in theaters near you.
So what I miss? I had to get the dog and everything. What I miss?
Just what he said, and we hadn't really commented anything on it because I didn't really know where to comment on that. That was just funny.
Okay. I could.
It's great how he just made them all do it. And
Oh,
he was
yeah,
just like,
seriously.
nah, you guys are
Nah.
fucking weird.
That's like
That's
the
great.
whole. That reminds me of the whole soggy bread thing, man. I don't know if you ever heard that, what soggy bread is or not, but
No, just say it.
Do you know what
I
soggy
don't know
bread
what
is?
it is. No.
I don't think
Does-
I do.
you don't know. Oh, really? Okay, so soggy bread is this game.
Okay.
I say game, but it's not really a game. Basically, there's X amount of dudes standing around a piece of bread on the floor, and the last person who comes on the bread has to eat it.
I remember you telling me about this in college now. I remember you telling me about this in college.
Yo, is that a real fucking thing, dude? That's fucking.
I don't know. I've never seen it done, bro. I can't say I've ever seen it, but like I'm sure it's been
I
done
think
doing
before.
that
fucking
hillbilly
with people,
shit.
Yeah. I feel like that's
Well,
fucking
like-
with people shit.
It's a real man.
I'm sorry,
thing.
bro, but if Russian roulette is a game to people, then anything could be a game to people, man. Like
That's true.
seriously.
Listen,
Who the
I
fuck's
better
gonna
have
be able
some.
to come jerking off with the first guy to come should eat it. Fucking, dude, you're jerking off in a circle full of dudes. You like what the fuck?
I just
I don't know, man.
just give me a good porn video, and so I'm not losing that fight. Fuck that shit. That is some white people shit for sure.
Hey, that ain't my kind of white people shit.
Seriously, man. Seriously, that ain't my kind of thing at
Oh
all,
my
man.
god.
Come on, T.
Well, that's
hilarious.
Right to your side.
so
I got dreads.
somebody was.
Nah.
Do you guys know the
Nah,
show?
man.
You guys know the show Tosh.0?
Yeah, the internet show where they
So,
show like the funniest internet videos.
When he first heard about that, he did his own challenge. It was called the Viagra Gay Boner Challenge.
I remember that. I remember. I'll let you slate it.
He gave like 3 or 4 dudes Viagra, and they had to sit there and watch gay porn for like half an hour. First person to get a boner lost, and they're all under Viagra. So like, eventually it's gonna happen. Well, like the 3 guys. So it was him and like 2 other guys, and like they're all trying not to lose because like, you know, why do you want to lose that kind of situation, you know? And
I wouldn't
like
even
they're all
wanna
like
be in that situation.
They were all like $1 million. You would do it. I bet.
they were all like serious faced about it, and none of them ended up getting a boner because like they were also like try harding and not doing it. So I guess you could fight Viagra, but I've never done that.
Friday say he's on his seat. He's rolling out. He has to go right quick. He said, "Don't tell his mom though." Okay.
Yeah, well,
We
we'll
won't.
do. I won't tell
Thank
Mom.
you so much for joining the podcast, Friday.
Enjoy your
Usually
night,
people
buddy.
cannot handle the intensity this long, but we appreciate having you here.
Hell yeah, Friday. You was a good.
Yeah, you're the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Recorn, thank you for joining the HOL show. But yeah, but dude, I mean, I remember that episode. That was hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
And so you had to watch gay. So whoever got a boner from the game first lost.
Well, no. They all had Viagra. They all
Everyone
given-
taking Viagra.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They were all given Viagra, including Daniel Tosh himself. And then they had to sit there and watch gay porn for 30 minutes. The first person to get a boner lost.
Damn, that's a
No
long
one
ass
lost.
time. That's a long ass time.
They had to give time for the thing to take over, but I think none of them. I think they were all fighting it so hard that like it never happened.
I don't think I would have any trouble, but if I did because of Viagra, just think about something like most serious situation ever. Like anytime I want to laugh at
gay porn with a Viagra.
anytime I want to like laugh and it's not a laughing situation, I just think of the most serious thing ever, like a dead kitten or something. And then I was like,
Yeah,
that kills
exactly.
any sex drive or anything or any laughing. And yeah, I would have won that challenge easy.
Did they all get paid?
Oh,
None of them got
probably.
paid. I'm sure they got paid for being
They
on
were
the
members
show,
of the
but
show, yeah.
yeah.
Mm.
I don't. None of them got paid money for like what they did though. Like it was
What are
just a
these
show
music
based
tracks
thing.
I have? What are these? Oh, this is the conspiracy theme. And this is like the action movie theme. This is what Podbean gives me to work with as far as music.
It's kind of cool.
Yeah, I like that. But yeah, I remember that topic. We didn't get to that topic I was telling y'all about this female YouTuber made a video talking against these teachers who were having sex with their male students, and she was saying how why do we have this double standard between male and females taking advantage of their students? I want to get your guys' opinion on that.
You shouldn't fuck your student. That's my opinion.
Right.
I mean, that's
Okay.
definitely a thing. But I feel like it is kind of a double standard because every
Right.
dude in school would have loved that, but apparently every
Yeah.
dude that it happens to is like they all tell. So there's got to be some fucked up shit behind it. Like there's definitely nothing.
Here's
Right.
You know
so
what I'm saying?
I actually had an example of it in my school. We had a one of the that same
We had this hot
science
ass
teacher I was
teacher.
telling you about earlier.
Oh,
You never
okay.
Same
know though.
science teacher I was
Girls
telling you about
probably
earlier.
think the same thing though. So I don't know.
Well, his daughter came in to substitute for the art teacher, so we had her for like 3 weeks while he was out with like medical issues or something like that.
His daughter
Well,
was
this girl
substitute.
comes in now. She is like freshly out of college. She's like, the science teacher's daughter was substituting for an art teacher, so completely different classroom. So, but
I gotcha.
yeah, she was. So at the time, she literally had graduated from college like 3 weeks before she came in. Like she was fresh out of college. Well, she comes into the classes because she had her teacher degree and whatnot, and they allowed her to come in because she was, another teacher's daughter. Well, she comes in. Well,
Mhm.
one of the dudes in my class, I'm not gonna say his name because I'm not gonna, give away the person's identity, whatever.
Is there
But
another Wimpy?
he had the
Oh, no,
hots
for
for
some
her.
reason
Like
that
he really
Wimpy
did.
came
Like he
in
was like
again.
all about it. Well, the whole
What for the teacher?
what?
It says Wimpy joined and you're already in here.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. That's
But,
what you're reacting to. But you're saying someone had the hots for their teacher? The science teacher?
Oh, I don't. So one of the guys that one of the guys that sat at the table with me had the hots for this new substitute teacher who came in for the art teacher, and
Okay.
he kept saying, "Man, I want to fuck her. Man, I want to have sex with her." All this stuff over and over and over. And I looked at him one day and I was like, "Dude, just if you're gonna do it, man, like go do it. She's young. Like you're legal. She's legal. If you're gonna do it, man. Like don't be. I was like getting
I
on.
see.
Well, he kept flirting with her. Well, apparently it actually happened. And
Really?
what happened was he came in the day after, and the kid was one of those kids that he had to hear his own voice, otherwise
He bragged about it. Oh my god.
Yeah.
my connection dropped. Hold up.
He couldn't keep his mouth fucking shut. We can still hear you.
Sorry.
You're still in here for us.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi
Hey, what you say?
flickered or something. But so he came in the next day and he was like, "Hey, he was like I said, he was one of those kids that he had to have his voice heard. If someone didn't, if he didn't, if someone said something, he had a comment for it. It didn't matter. Well, he comes in the next day, and he is like just quiet. Like he didn't say a word that day. And we all looked over at him and were like, "Yo, you all right, homie? Like what's going on here? You haven't said anything like all day." And he's like, "Yeah, I don't really want to talk right now. Like I don't, I want to tell everybody something, but I can't." And we all knew, like the second he said that, we all knew, like and
he's one of those people that can't keep his secret to save his life.
Yeah. So he comes in and I looked at him and I was like, "Did you have sex with her?" And he's like, I can't tell you, bro. Like you got to promise me you're not going to tell anybody." I was like, "Yeah, I won't tell anybody." Well, at the time, one of my buddies who can't keep his mouth shut came over, and he's like, "What are you guys talking about?" And he's like, "Oh, you're both good." And he told us that he's like, "Yeah, I went to her. She came to my place last night. My parents were home. We had sex. Blah blah blah."
Nice.
And next thing you know, within 35 minutes, the whole school knew.
The whole school knew.
Oh my god.
Yeah, the whole school knew. And I was like, I looked at him and I was like, "Dude, are you really telling me that right now? Like, what? Like, seriously?" And then I went to my next. We literally like 15 minutes later, I went to my next class, and somebody who wasn't even in the class was telling me the same story, and I was like, dude, I know this. Like, how do you know this?
Right.
I was like, how do you know this? Like, what? Like, why are you saying this? You know, because if this gets out, like, there's gonna be 2 people in a lot of trouble right quick if this keeps going around.
Yeah.
Well, it wasn't even like 3 hours, and you hear over the PA system, well, so and so come down to the office, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh my god! Like they called both the teacher and the student down, and I was like, oh my god! The whole class is laughing and cheering and like losing their mind over this shit. And I'm
They
like,
should have
dude, this
just
kid,
kept it cool.
seriously, dude, and
Some
like,
kind of rumor or some shit.
Why you want to fuck up something good that you got going?
Yeah, real
yeah,
shit.
and needless to say, man, the teacher never came back.
Damn. You know she could probably
It-
never teach again.
If that shit happened to
Well,
me,
he was 18 though, right?
I would never snitch. And he can't
Yeah,
keep his mouth
he
shut.
was exactly
18.
he was exactly 18. Yeah.
Oh, then she might be able to teach. No, I don't
What-
think so.
You know, in the 70s, I interviewed a professor before. He's been teaching for like 40 years. But yeah, he was saying in the 70s, you could fuck your students all day long, and it was no problem.
What the
But
fuck?
Weird, man.
hey,
That's so weird.
if y'all both legal, get in. You know what I mean? But you
No,
know,
that's weird, bro.
I don't see. If y'all both legal
Yeah.
age,
Like
can't get
college
somebody-
professors.
It's the
College
same thing.
college professors, college
It's the same
professors.
thing as if your therapist is trying to have sex with you. Like people are mutually attracted to the therapist because it's
Yeah,
somebody who's trying to help
I
them.
need to relieve some stress.
Yeah, okay.
She's trying to help with. She can prescribe some vitamin P. Good old pussy. That'll
See
be
that
me.
I'll never be attracted to my therapist.
I
Ain't that right, T?
don't have him.
Oh yeah, no. I did hear my professor was telling me a story about a psychologist who he wanted to massage. Well, he was. I don't want to get into the thing.
What the fuck? Wait, what?
He was a psychologist for a lady, and then it was normal at first, but after like 2 weeks, he was like, "I think it would really help the situation if I massage feet." And it progressed.
Like a foot fetish?
Yeah, seemed that way. It progressed from massaging her feet, and then next week it was fondling them, licking them, or whatever.
The hell?
And it took about 2 years after the therapy was done before the lady was like, that was kind of weird. And she reported him, and yeah, he lost his license and everything to be a psychologist. And yeah, I mean, if you're
How long did she go to him?
I believe it was an entire year.
Holy shit.
It was about a whole year.
Probably after a little bit, it was like, alright, this is getting too weird, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah. See, if you're like, this person is coming to you in need, that's a different story. Taking advantage of somebody when you're supposed to be professional, helping them out, then yeah, like, come on now.
That's kind
a
of
little
like the same
wrong.
thing as the teacher, though, man.
Well, as a professor, like, we're both adults, we're both grown. We just getting through the school shit. Now, if you're like, yo, you really want this? Hey, I mean,
if it was outside
slide
of
me
class,
that pussy.
like,
Mhm.
it'd be
Yeah, I know.
different. Like, because the college professor probably doesn't even know every one of their students. Like,
Right.
Yeah, seriously.
Well, a lot
I
of
highly
substitute
doubt it.
teachers, and I heard stories of substitute teachers in high school, like they were like our age, and they just waited until like if they had some girls that they want to head out, they was like, oh, graduate first, then hit me up, and then yeah, and they did. Like after they graduated, they did their thing, and
That was
I
fine.
feel that. I don't see nothing weird about that, in my opinion.
Because that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Well, at that
And
point,
as
they're
a-
no longer a student. They're just
Exactly. They're just
And
an
as
adult.
a professor in this day and age, like honestly, if I could sling my female professor a little something to get an A, I would do it. I'm not even gonna say it. You're saying you
Why
wouldn't
don't
do it, Rich?
Why don't you sling the
No, I
the
wouldn't.
moves, too?
Get the
Sling
fuck
My thing
out of
is-
here.
no. If I was
You know what?
if I was a teacher or professor, it'd be 100% like I'd be finding my wife. That'd be it.
I
What
hear
if he
you.
wasn't married?
Well, I'm saying, like, what I mean is
he's
like,
engaged right
if
now, so he's trying
no,
to keep. I
no,
understand.
no. What I'm saying is
Uh-huh.
if the only time I'd be looking for hookups if I was a college professor, the only time I'd be looking for hookups
Right.
or anything like that, I'd be out of school. They couldn't be in my classes, so like if I don't know about it, whatever. But like if I know they're in my classes, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be lurking on those students or nothing like that. Like no type of shit like that. All unless they graduated. But like if they just came up to me and was like, and if I politely told them no, but they kept hitting me up, like I'm not gonna say no twice. Especially they good looking. Like I'm sorry. Like I'm Mr. Professional, but yeah, if it's legal, you
And
can't
it's
stop
not
me.
in the
You
school.
can't stop me. Yeah, if it's not in the school too.
Don't get yourself caught up.
What?
You know?
Cause it makes it way more complicated.
You could always go back to school and be a fucking doctor,
You
fucking,
think
and
so?
a teacher. Yeah, man. You could be professor.
Yeah, that'd be on my
Doctor
Xbox is
Professor.
Professor. And don't worry,
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna make sure that title is a real.
Didn't you do 6 already?
It's 4.5 years. I was locked up for
Four and a half.
4.5 years in college.
So you only need a year and a half to get 6.
Um, because it was a lie. Because my professor actually fucked me over. Well, I'm listen.
I mean, you don't have to go back to the
My
same school.
advisor effed me over a little. I mean, I love my advisor to death. He didn't F me over. I should have looked into it more myself. But he was saying only take, 4 classes a semester. It's like, yeah, you're still a full-time student. You're fine. But that made it take longer. You were supposed to take 5 classes a semester.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Damn,
you
so you
only
fucked
taking
you over.
4. Yeah. You
So
only
would
taking
you just
4.
get your fucking
Hmm.
whatchamacallit degree? Whatever the fuck it's called.
I got it. I was supposed to get it. I got it 2018
Yeah, I
in
know, I know.
December. But I started school in August
2014.
2014. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to get it was it May 2018, but I got it in December.
So
But
you
I
got it a couple
still,
months after.
yeah,
Still got that
yeah.
shit.
I still
Be
do another
proud of that shit.
semester.
So all you need
I am
is.
proud of it.
So it does sound like 4 more years then for that doctor rather than a year and a half to 6. So you need 2
2
more years.
more to get a
Yeah.
master's and another 2 for the doctor.
Yeah, I know.
Let me see for this to search up one of the topics we talked about last night, just to look at the validity behind it.
The validity.
Yeah, the validity. The validity.
The validity.
Validity itself. But yeah,
How much time are we on right now?
We're almost at 2
yeah.
hours.
Can you believe that son of a bitch came in here saying that the podcast wasn't famous, most famous podcast? Well, I should have kicked him out when he said that.
Who said that?
The Indian dude.
Yeah.
Is he still in here? Is there anybody
Well,
in here?
he's in
There's somebody in here
here.
with us.
What is it? If you're in here, sound off in the comments. Anyway, you're all good. Either way, thanks for being here.
How come we have 204 likes, but we ain't got no likes today?
Yeah, we did get a Friday kind of guy. Dropped 17 likes. Sergio dropped 7.
Did they really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit, my shit still says 204.
Let me see. So
Mine says 204 as well, bro. It's just delayed.
you was mentioning. I remember we talked about this last night. Harvard and Yale under investigation for $375 million in secret funding from China and Saudi Arabia. So China and Saudi Arabia were secretly funding Harvard and Yale. Under investigation right now from the U.S. Department of Education and the. Okay, let me read this. Harvard and Yale are the latest in education departments continuing efforts to crack down on foreign influence, particularly from China. According to the Wall Street Journal, U.S. universities have failed to report they brought in $6.5 billion with a B from foreign nations since 1990. A major aspect of the alleged foreign influence on universities is through gifts and grants, which can come with strings attached and might compromise their academic independence. This is about transparency, as our favorite Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos, has said. If colleges and universities are accepting foreign money and gifts, their students, donors, and taxpayers deserve to know how much and from whom. So, what do you guys have any thoughts on this, or you want more details on this?
Isn't Betsy DeVos that chick who's like the Department of Education's leader or something like that?
Yeah, she's the one trying to gut up public school, and she's
Yeah.
trying to dismantle them and get rid of them, and she wants every school to be privatized.
Yeah,
So,
I remember that chick.
yeah, I don't really fuck with her, but
Yeah.
she is speaking about corruption in this case. About,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, Mick? Thank you for coming back around to the HOL podcast. We were just talking about how Harvard and Yale are being sued right now for taking over $6 billion with a B in donations from China and Saudi Arabia and not disclosing that. So we're discussing that at this moment, and what I
Welcome
want to
back.
understand, yeah, welcome back to the most dangerous podcast in America. But what I want to understand is, okay, if you're getting 6 billion foreign nations, why why are you not, making your tuition and shit cheaper? If you're getting all this
Yeah.
fucking money, why is this
I
still,
think
maybe people from China
I
and
think
Saudi Arabia
it's
get a free ride and they don't tell us?
that's what I was trying to
Yeah,
say.
go ahead.
I think that it's probably to get people from China and Saudi Arabia to get some kind of free ride through school. It could be, it could not be. You never know. But why else would they be accepting that money? For what reason?
That's a weird one, man. I'm not sure.
Maybe Harvard and Yale and over China and Saudi Arabia are getting research from Yale and Harvard. They're keeping it on the low. Mick just said, "OMG, that sucked." What sucked, Mick?
That they're
He
getting
was
free
agreeing.
diving.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I think he was saying that they're getting the money or whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't.
I think that that could be some shit maybe towards
Yeah,
it.
I'm just
But
saying if you're getting dough, link back.
is he cutting out for you, Rich, or is it just
Yeah,
my
he's cut out
phone?
for
I'm
me.
cutting
Yeah,
out.
it's T1
I'm
stuff.
cutting out. Okay, am
Yeah,
I
your
clear
mic's
now?
cutting out. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. My hand was on the wire, but that's another thing with colleges. Colleges are probably the most corrupt places in America because you could say this since we went to the same university. You think about how like poor or how regular the surrounding area was around Mansfield, around the college, but the college everything was new
Hmm.
and fresh and everything, but the surrounding area was, it wasn't that good, that great. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my biggest thing about it is it's a college town, right? There
Mhm.
is absolutely nowhere to work there that is worth a goddamn cent.
Seriously.
There's not a singular job. There's not even like a factory job that you could work there. It's just like a dead, like if you were to live there, like because you were born there and you were living there with your parents for the rest of your life,
Hmm.
like you're not making it out of that town. It's just
Canada.
just
Yeah, Mick is listening in from Canada. Thank you, Mick, for listening in. But you were
oh, you're
saying when,
welcome, man. Uh, it's just a dead town, man. There's nothing there.
yeah, it's just crazy to me, and that's why I didn't feel sorry for them when they were getting fucked over. When people would go to like rent houses, or they would live on the campus by renting a place in within the town at a much cheaper rate than buying room and board on the campus. What I don't fucking understand is say an apartment in New York is like New York City. It's like 1,000 a month. Okay. Um, how the hell are they gonna charge 10,000 for 4 months to live there on campus? Like, it's bullshit. So let's hear it one time for all the people that said fuck them and rented some. One time for me for downloading my text for free and not paying those $400 at the bullshit school store. Yep. And fuck you to the loan people who keep calling my phone. You so you'd be lucky. You're lucky to ever see that money. But anyway, but yeah, I mean, there is another thing about colleges is that I saw a story about how the college football players don't get paid anything. So say Harvard and Yale, these are the most prestigious schools in the world, but they can't pay the people who play college football anything.
They basically get them just sponsors. Well, it's not sponsors, but people to come out and look at them play and shit like that. But they got to be like real good.
The only thing I'll say about that, and I agree and I disagree with that, and the reason I say that is
Go
because
ahead.
college students that are playing football, not that I don't think they deserve to be paid, but they are there for their education. I don't think that I don't think they should pay a university X amount of money and then get paid like outside of that just for playing us, like because you're playing for the school still. You're not playing for you're not playing for you're not playing for your money at that point. You're paying for the school. Then you're playing for the school. Excuse my language. It's not. I don't know. I totally get like if a student wants to go out and he wants to, he's definitely going to be first round draft pick, and he wants to go out and go get a sponsorship or something like that from Nike. Like Zion Williams, like the one NBA player, he hadn't even played a freaking a game yet this year, and he already had a sponsor from Nike this year. And I was like, this dude hasn't. He's never played a like. Yeah, he's good, but he hadn't even played a single game up until like 2 weeks before he got that sponsorship. And I was like, what? Like you're gonna like I would understand if it's some no name brand thing, whatever. But like he legit is getting a Nike sponsorship via not even playing a damn game in his life.
Really? So he from college football, he went right into.
You're cutting out too.
One second.
No, you're still cutting out, homie.
How are we not? 1 second.
Still kind of. Oh, you're better now. Seems better.
All right. Okay. Can you hear me? I'm the Verizon guy right now. For you,
Yeah, you're good.
For
Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, Jake from State Farm calling yesterday. That was wild.
What are you wearing? Jake from State Farm.
Yeah, we literally had.
No. Hold up.
No bullshit.
Did you hear about the new Jake from State Farm? Did you see anything about that?
No, I haven't.
One of my Jordan, you remember Jordan from college?
Yeah.
John Colt, whatever.
I think you're still cutting out.
You're still cutting out, homie.
What the fuck is the problem?
Well, I'll explain.
Am I clear now?
Fact that, yeah, you're
okay.
good now. So I'll explain it to you.
Old.
Just the fact. So I'm not sure how accurate this is, but Jordan said that when he was working for State Farm, they used to have the khaki pants that the original Jake from State Farm wore, like not the pairs that he was wearing in the video, but like a pair of pants that just looked just like it, the same brand, whatever. Well, apparently they took those pants down because I guess he was a child molester or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, something almost. I don't know how accurate
Get out
that is.
of here! That's wild. Yeah. Let me see this.
But so
I
they
told you
replaced
pedophiles were everywhere, man. We weren't lying.
What, the Jake from State Farm was a pedophile?
Apparently, either that he got fired. That's all I know. But apparently, they replaced him.
Am I cutting out again or no? I'm good.
No, you're good.
You're good.
I know for a fact they
go ahead,
replaced him, but it's now a black Jake from State Farm.
Really?
Exact same commercial, but a black guy in frame for the big, instead of the big guy.
That's crazy. I gotta see that commercial.
Hold on, let me see. I'm looking on it right. Man, the slay guy, the way
Cutting out again, homie.
fucking,
Still cutting out.
okay, well now.
Still cutting out.
Okay. It's good.
Still cutting out.
Like now, I'm not even using the headset.
I can hear the little like jiggle, like the sound of it glitching out, or whatever, even when you're not talking.
Okay, Podbean is trying to F me over.
You're good right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Podbean is fucking up. I literally took the fucking
She's trying to silence us too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, people kept getting
They're
kicked
probably-
out. Wimpy like all yesterday, and they kept saying they were trying. They kept saying they wanted to stay in and everything, but the thing kept kicking them out. And app kept kicking
It's
them
weird,
out.
bro. I don't know.
We're too raw for
Yeah, too
podcasting.
That's why I keep saying.
Apparently, Xbox is the only one that lets us talk without trying to censor us.
But yeah, they found whoever they found for the Jake from State Farm thing. They literally have the exact same voice for whoever it is. Like they must have found a dude who literally had the closest voice to the OG Jake from State Farm.
He's Ghostbusters.
Still a bit laggy, homie.
He's my wife. I'm afraid if I because my laptop, like the Wi-Fi goes in and out for no reason. I'm afraid if I like check it, fix it, it's gonna end the stream or something. So I don't know.
Is there any way that you can hardwire it?
No. Hang on.
No.
Let's do that.
He was good the whole time.
No, my laptop though, it just loses internet connection for whatever reason. It just says, "Oh, I don't want to search the Wi-Fi no more. Fuck you."
Yeah, right.
This is your new laptop, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Acer ain't shit.
That ain't true. Don't ever say that again, or I'll kill you myself.
You're an Acer fan?
I like Acer computers. Are nice.
They're not hard enough for me. Let me see.
Go get a. There's a nice Dell laptop that just came out. I'll have to send you a link to it. It's really nice.
I don't even see the purpose of having a computer, dude. I've had a laptop since like 2013, and
oh man, I disagree with that one.
Yeah,
well, I mean,
I disagree with that one.
if you're doing simple stuff or whatever, like, all right, yeah, you're good. But yeah, man. I mean, a computer.
What do I need a computer for that I can't do on my phone?
Video editing.
You can't send. Yeah, you can't video edit. You can't play video games that are like on your phone only or on the computer only. That kind of stuff.
No, but I'm normally not.
You would say that's what the Xbox is for.
Yeah, but if you were to get that kind of thing, like if you were to get a gaming PC, you would want to. Right. Speaking of which, let me migrate into that subject really quick. Mm-hmm. So I'm not sponsored. So before I say this, I am not sponsored by fucking Ironside Gaming by any means. So like, I am saying this fully from my own perspective.
But we'll take sponsorships. Just saying, we will take them, but one time for not being sponsored.
So the website ironsidegaming.com. They allow you to do payment plans on a gaming PC. Yes, they'll check your credit. Yes, they will put you on a payment plan that has interest. But you only pay. Sarah's only paying. Like my fiance right now is only paying $30 a month. I think it is for a $1,500 computer. I think it is. It's super worth it if you want to play PC games. I definitely highly suggest it. It's like the cheapest way to. There's other websites out there that do it too. Ironside Gaming isn't the only thing that does it, but it's the one that I've worked with, and I've trust them. I've done it with my one buddy's done it, and my fiance's done it. So
yeah, I think it's about to end in 2 minutes.
What?
This live stream. I just
How
got
does it end,
something.
man?
I just got something on my screen about it.
I got nothing on me.
I don't know. That was weird as shit.
I don't know, man. But yeah, I mean, it's if you're into that kind of thing, man, I mean, it's definitely I think
Definitely
that
worth it.
I definitely feel everybody should try PC gaming, even if they're not great at it. I think they should definitely try it. It's it's one of the biggest growing communities I think out there. I think Xbox and PS4 are both not that they're dying, but I think PC is definitely taking over. If you look at the
Yeah, I was
if you
trying.
look
I
at
was just
for
telling you about this like last week. I was like, I'm looking at PC real hard before I'm looking at the next Xbox. I'm being
well,
real,
I'm
but he
telling you, bro.
said
If you go
nice
out and
that
get a
how things go.
if you
Am I
if
still
you go out
breaking
and you
up?
get a P,
All right, cool.
no, you're
I'm
good.
not. Okay.
If you go out and you get yourself a PC, you
I'll
find a
put my
game that
mic
you
back
like
down.
if you wanted to play if you wanted to play Tarkov, like I've been talking to earlier, we lost
Mm-hmm.
E.
Yeah, get out of my fucking face.
He's back. But if you wanted to say play Tarkov, like I play whatever, uh, that's the right platform for it is PC.
I'm back,
But
motherfuckers. I'm back.
because honestly, E, you want my honest opinion, bro? PC is there's so many mods on PC for different games. Like if you're a big Fallout fanboy like Timon is, mods on Fallout New Vegas are great. Mods and like if name a single player game you like,
Metal Gear Solid.
there are probably mods out there for. I can almost guarantee it.
Like any
I don't know. I don't
actual.
really like any single player games like that, dude. That's
Yeah,
probably
but
the only one.
even online games, there's different things you can do with it too. Like,
Like Left
so
4
for
One day
Dead,
I'm
example,
gonna
there's like
get yeah.
500,000 maps
One
for
day
it
I'm
and
gonna get a
shit.
yeah,
I
PC
heard that.
and I'm gonna show you all these crazy new maps on Left 4 Dead made by community and stuff. You're going like, wow.
yeah. Look at the custom zombies crowd that
Don't
used to be
do
out
that to
there.
me.
Look at the people who play custom zombies, man. You get to play a map that somebody's made their own thing, bro, and it's like absolutely like the nuttiest map ever, dude. Those those are so
That
nice,
reminds
dude.
me. That
I used to play custom zombies on World at War, bro. That shit's nice as hell, dude. Better
Yeah,
maps, freaking better perks, better guns, like
it's
actual
crazy.
endings to the zombies. Like that stuff
Yeah,
is
for Call
you
of
don't
Duty
get that on
Zombies, I
Xbox,
see.
man.
But it's like saying fuck
Yeah.
the regular system. Speaking of fuck the system, uh,
Look at
Speaking of
look
fuck
at
the
the
system.
look at all the Skyrim mods out there, bro.
right, everybody's seen the Macho Man Savage thing.
Yeah, like the Randy Savage Macho Man thing, the freaking Thomas Tank Engine Dragon mods. Not that I would ever play that, but like, damn, dude, like it's still
One of
you
us.
know.
One of us.
I've been chosen.
What was I going to say? But yeah, speaking of fuck the system and the PC, I spent all night editing the last episode we cut together, and
Yeah.
I was trying out the video editor too, dog, and it's called Windows Movie Maker. Well, I mean, it's
New.
not. You already know that name before, but it's called Win Movie Maker 2020
Yeah.
because I was used to using Windows Movie Maker back in the day or whatever. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, so I spent all night editing on it. It said full function, so I was like, "Oh shit, this shit is free," because it said fully function. And I mean, you will not believe. As soon as I was done everything, and I was like, "Okay, this shit fire," it said, "Oh, by the way, you gotta pay before you could upload it." What? You know?
Damn, what the fuck?
Yeah, it said you can either upload it now with this big ass watermark that is across the entire screen that says the Win
No.
Movie Maker logo, and I was like, well, how much does it cost? It's like $40 a year. I was like, hang on. So
It's a lot.
yeah, I was about to be like, how am I going to get this money for this? But then I was like, I channeled my inner E engage, and I was like, so I did some digging, and I saw this. What was it? This chat room in this video from Indonesia and I just fast forward everything. I didn't understand what the fuck he was saying, but at the end of it, he showed a registration code, and I just put that shit in. And I was like, oh, there we go. So
Some conspiracy
yeah,
shit.
so one time for the Indonesian, they gave me the registration code to upload on race.
Yeah,
Fuck
buddy.
you. Fuck you, Win Movie Maker, but thank you for letting me use your shit for free. You know, thank you.
The best part about it, I feel like nobody was ever gonna watch all throughout our entire podcast that they could be like, "You used our name" or some dumb shit.
Oh yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, oh yeah, like you would just if I didn't figure out that thing, you would have seen a big thing across the whole thing, saying movie maker or whatever across the entire middle. It was like really obnoxious. They
What
wanted
the
to make
fuck?
sure you couldn't get
That would
rid
have
of
been
it.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can show you. I guess I'll send you a screenshot what the fuck it looked like or whatever. I'll send it to your phone and everything.
Oh my god, that's ridiculous.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So your boy T came through.
Sorry, guys.
So he had to deal with any of that shit. Bless you. Or
God dang, excuse me.
fuck you. How the fuck dare you sneeze on my fucking
Is
podcast?
there anybody in here still? He's
What's up?
allergic to
We
us.
have
Yeah.
Mick. Allergic to the bullshit. Let me see. So Mick, Mick was just listening,
Is Mick
just
still
keeping up
in
with the
here?
news and everything. Yeah, he's listening from Canada, and yeah. So we're going in about 2 hours. You guys want to keep going? What you want
I
to
think
do?
I'm getting ready to get off, bro. I gotta get eaten, and I want to play some Tarkov tonight myself. So
Right. E, what you want to
It's up
you
to
guys
you,
can keep
bro.
going.
You're the leader.
do?
Give
Got any
it
time?
to leader.
Okay. All right. So we're gonna be shutting down the podcast in 5 minutes. If someone doesn't come in or drop a topic within that time, it's a wrap for tonight. All right. It's been a fun podcast, though. We had somebody from India come in and assault my podcast or our podcast.
He was cool for a
Yeah,
second,
he was.
though.
He was. He was. One time from Dubai, India. Is now in India.
Dubai,
Is
India.
now in India now.
Dubai, India.
Dubai is now in India because I said so.
What was his name again? Fusan?
Faisant.
Yeah,
Faisant.
Faisant.
President.
Give it out for Faisant.
Get out for
In India.
Fasant in India.
Yeah. And what about Friday?
Yeah, Friday.
What's that? What was his name?
Friday kind of guy. That's my boy, dog.
Yeah, Friday kind of guy. Yep.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, he's my kind of guy.
Friday is the shit. He
was funny as shit.
was killing this podcast, man. I mean, like in a good way,
He really
not
was.
like you know what I mean.
He was.
Yeah, I'm gonna read off everybody that gave us support. Friday kind of guy gave us 17 hearts. He's a man, dude. He's a man for real. Friday, hope to see you again.
He got the crown.
Yeah.
You see that crown on?
Oh yeah, he's shit, dog. Racorn gave us 8 hearts. He stopped by, was listening. He liked what he heard, and he dropped those likes. Thank you, Racorn. Mick, he stayed in for a good while with the 8. Crazy 8. Let's go. Let's go.
Sergio was in here for a little bit.
Sergi, dropping the 7 likes. It's appreciated. It's appreciated.
Then we have Faisant.
It's appreciated. Faisant from India. Coming in with the 5 hearts. 5-finger death punch. Let's go. Let's go. So, countdown 2 minutes.
Oh shit.
2 minutes. Somebody coming with a question, topic, or just to listen in, or we're shutting this thing down.
Can they even hear us or not?
Yeah, they can hear us right now. We're live around the world. HOL podcast coming at you. We talk conspiracy, sex, news,
The HOL show.
video games, HOL, so high on life. All day, every day.
Oh yeah.
I forgot to mention. Oh yeah, E and Wimpy dropping the 5 hearts. I don't know if I could like my own podcast, but hey, you know what?
I don't think I could like my own podcast
Yeah,
either.
I can't like it
Oh.
either.
It says you did it. My thing says you did. But yeah,
I got 18 likes.
you did
You
it.
see the little hearts? Yeah,
The
look at it.
Conspiracy King, 18 likes.
Test. PS5.
I think that's in total, man.
It might be because I was in a couple podcasts.
Yeah, I think it's in total.
Yeah, I don't fucking know how them hearts work.
Yeah.
It says you got 64 followers though.
Oh yeah, we do. On the HOL. Ooh. One day we'll talk about this on Xbox and stuff. But yeah, we're gonna talk about future plans for the podcast and everything. Can't let everybody hear that. Can't let my enemies be watching my moves.
Yeah, we gotta keep our podcast a secret.
Yeah.
Before the FBI joins.
Oh
in.
yeah. That was Whip. You gotta watch our last show, man. That was fucking hilarious.
I will, bro.
I'm telling you, that was.
I was all
You
fucking blitzed too, so I'm just freaking the fuck
You
out.
just play it in the background. You're like, oh my god, I'm actually like I was playing in the background. I was like, yo, I'm actually fucking digging this.
Yeah, I was sitting there when I was watching. I was like, yo, it actually does sound like a good podcast. I was sitting there like I felt like we were talking right as we are right now. I was sitting there listening to it like I was responding to you and Gage. I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Right. This is another good podcast. Like honestly, thank you to our first time host, Wimpy,
Wimpy.
coming in clutch and definitely providing some awesome content stories for the podcast. Just appreciate it. So we're gonna try to make this a regular thing, and yeah, I think it's about time we wrap it up, right? So everybody, are you guys ready to do your outros?
I'm down for
How you do
whatever.
your outro, Tim?
Okay.
Ain't that all you?
Okay. Thank you for listening to the HOL show with our hosts E Ganja, Wimpy, and Machine Gun T. We'll see you next time. Peace in the Middle East,
Peace out.
motherfuckers.
Peace.